What up, dog?
What's up, man? How you doing, Joe?
I'm good, man. It's been a rough day messing with this damn pool. I'm trying to learn. Dude, we bought this house and I was so pumped.
Yeah,
I was like,
who wouldn't be?
in-ground pool, let's go. Pool
Yeah.
parties. There's more to it, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Pools are a lot of maintenance.
I didn't know it was going to be a science project.
Oh, fuck that, dude. How was pool school, man?
And then on top of that, so I took a pool school for anybody.
What is pool school for some people that don't know? Ah, shit, I don't even know what it is.
So you hire a pool company to come out and teach you about swimming pools. So this guy comes out and he's like looking at the pumps and he's checking it all out, you know. He's like, this stuff is weird.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Oh, fuck, it's weird.
Yeah, talking about the pump and like the way it's set
no.
up. He's like, this is weird. And
You
I'm
got
like,
some Russian shit that they don't make no more.
so dude, I'm like, all right, maybe he's just overreacting.
Yeah.
So he gets to like explaining, you know, and then he's like, well, your pump is up here and your pool is down here. So this pump has to be able to draw this water from the pool uphill.
Oh, God.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Did you know any of this before you bought the house?
absolutely not.
So you didn't even, you're just like, hell yeah, it's got a pool.
Seen a pool, seen a pool with a pump, baby.
Nice,
That's it.
nice.
Anyway.
Okay.
So he takes the cap off of like the filter,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. It's like a cap where the water comes in, goes into a filter, and then it goes into the pump and pumps inside of a big filter, I guess is kind of the way you explain it.
Okay.
I don't know the recipe. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So he takes that off, and once you take that off, you have to fill that back up with water.
Okay.
And you have to prime it. So it means you got to get the air back out of the pipes so it's just water flowing through. Because if not, it's just cannot get this pool to prime, dude.
Yeah.
This guy is like, I don't know what to do. So when the pool guy's looking at you going, I don't know what to do,
It's probably a bad feeling.
it's a, dude, crappy feeling.
Yeah.
And then he's going, you know, you really need this type of pump. And I was like, okay, how much does one of those cost? He says the price, dude, and I was like,
So like 10 grand?
no, I want to say like all the stuff together, dude, was like $5,000. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh my God, I just bought this pool
Yeah.
or bought this house with this pool. So long story short, ended up getting it where it like primed finally.
Yeah.
So he left and I was confident.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what comes down to today, right? So
Oh.
me and Megan go over there today.
Let me ask you this though.
Mhm.
When you bought the house, was the water nice and clear? Like, did it look summer ready, or was it like, what the hell's going on with that pool?
Yeah, no, it was clear. Yeah,
Okay.
it was
okay.
clear.
So that's got to be something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it works. So basically, long story short, the pump works,
Okay.
but it isn't to the standard of what it should be. Probably like modern standards, I guess is
gotcha.
what I would say. So he figures out another way to prime it, and then today, me and Megan go over there. I'm like, I got this. I went to pool school. I take this top off to empty this basket out, dude.
Yeah.
Cannot get this pool to prime,
Oh no. It's frustrating.
dude.
It's like working on anything. You're like, oh, I've done this before.
So
You
there's
put
like,
shit on backwards and don't know what you're doing.
dude, I felt like a monkey banging a football. That's
Monkey
what I
banging
felt.
a football.
Monkey banging a football. That's
Never
what I
heard that
felt
one
like.
before.
There's an F word in there, but anyway, yeah, it's been
hell. But you got a sweet house though.
it's gonna be worth it
Yeah.
once you figure it
It's
out.
like tying your shoes. When you first tie your shoes, you don't know how to do it, right? And a
Yeah,
couple weeks later, you're tying them great.
yeah. And I told Megan today. I said, I'm gonna hire somebody to come out here every 2 weeks and do this crap. I'm gonna hire somebody. She's like, just give me a chance. She's like,
Megan fixed it.
No. She's
Oh.
like, just give me a chance. I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay.
We're good.
She's smart. Yeah.
And I'm the guy, and I'm like, no, my pride, you know. I'm like, no.
no, you ain't working on nothing.
So anyway, dude, we're gonna figure it out though. But it's a cool house. We're excited to move in. We move in on the 8th.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
So what you been doing, man?
Me?
Yeah.
Phew, same old. You know, selling cars, hanging out with my friends, and you know, just doing me, I guess.
So for anybody that's wondering, we started working with each other about 2 years ago, selling
Yeah.
cars, and you had done it for
Quite a while.
a long time.
Yeah, I've been in the car business going on almost 8 years, and I started out parking them. You know, the guys like parking all the cars, even though our dealership doesn't really have one of those.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, I started selling them maybe like a year and a half later, and been loving it since.
How old were you when you started selling?
19 years old. 25
no
now.
kidding.
Yeah, 19.
Holy crap.
Yeah, 19 about turned 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most 19-year-olds are like,
It's more common now though, believe it or not.
Is it?
Oh yeah. Like you see all over TikTok like these kids that like are selling cars now because they've heard, you know, it could be good if you're decent at it.
if you're
right?
decent at it, yeah.
But it's more common. It's a young man's game now. It used to be an old man's game. It's a young man's game now.
Well, and I feel like the technology of these cars is just getting so advanced that it used to be, yeah. You know, here's the carburetor. You know, here's your FM station. You just turn this knob.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Like back in like let's just say 20 years ago, people show up to a car lot and they're like, "What's the horsepower? What damn transmission it got? What's the warranty?" Now people just come up and they just care about the ooh and ahs.
Yeah.
What kind of seats does it have? Does it have the CarPlay? What can I tell my friends this car has to make me look cool? That's what people care about now.
Right.
They don't care about how fast it goes. What's the gas mileage? Some people care about the gas mileage, but it's rare.
And now they've got, well, GMs have Super Cruise.
Yeah.
And for anybody who don't know Super Cruise, it's pretty sick.
Fully autonomous driving.
Yeah. So
pretty sweet.
You put it in cruise control mode, and you got to keep your head straight though.
Yeah.
If anybody's ever seen the commercial of the people going down the road like doing all that shit,
dude, that's a great commercial. Like so many people at the dealership, when I tell them like, "Hey, it says Super Cruise," they're like, "What the hell is that?" And I'm like, "You ever seen the commercial on TV, like on some NFL Sunday, where it's a truck driving through like canyons, and then it just
yeah."
And they're like, "Yeah, that shit." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's great, actually."
You, I could see you getting pulled over because you'd have a mount on your dash like right in front, so the camera thinks you're looking forward, but you're watching football.
Oh yeah, I've done it. It works great. It's like your phone. It's almost like your phone is meant to be put on the dash right there. It fits perfect. As long as you don't make any left and right turns, it's good.
Oh, dude, they got mounts now, man. That shit'll like mount on the lip, and then the fold will like come up, and your phone can.
How
Like,
about you ever seen those things on TikTok? Like people buy that thing you could plug into your truck and watch Netflix on the screen. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
I've never seen it in person, but I've seen videos of it.
Dude, it's just fucking crazy.
It really is.
It's absolutely crazy. Some of the stuff that, and it. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but it feels like, dude, we run into more issues with technology in these vehicles than anything.
Yeah, I mean they're knocking out the kinks, right?
Yeah.
Like look at let's say any brand car 10 years ago versus now. The technology is a million times higher, right? So it's like this is kind of the new age of the technology in the vehicles. And think about it 10 years from now, it'll be sound.
Well, I mean, Teslas are literally already driving themselves. And I think GM's like touching it. They're like, with the Super Cruise, they're kind of like.
Yeah, the thing about the Tesla, though, and a lot of people don't know because, like, I mean, maybe you know this, maybe you don't. But with a Tesla, for it to drive itself totally is like $14,000 extra out of pocket.
What?
Yeah, it's not like, hey, I'll buy the top of the line Tesla and, hey, man, this drives itself. Kind of like, you know, Super Cruise. If you get a Denali Ultimate, it'll have Super Cruise, more than likely. And you get it for free for 3 years. Then you got to pay like a little monthly subscription, $20, whatever. That's still annoying, but it's not that bad. But for your Tesla to have that, they want an extra 14 G's off you up front. And it's not like there's no discounts with Tesla either. You order it on your phone and it shows up.
How many people do you think is like, usually you're at the bar and you're like, I'm not that buzzed. I can still drive. And when you own a Tesla, you're like, I'm a little buzzed, but my car will drive me home.
Dude. I mean, people that are like drinking and driving like that, they probably don't use it much just for the caution of
I hope not, dude.
Something going wrong, right? Because those people are pretty good at it. Probably, they're not foreign to doing it. But I mean, I'm sure people do that all the time.
Dude, me and Megan were talking today about like because our new house is out there by Plant Bowen.
Oh wow, okay, cool.
So she was talking about like kind of what would happen if
it exploded.
Well, yeah. Well, she's talking about that.
Isn't it like a 14-mile radius? Everyone's dead.
I don't know, but I want to say that one's different. I want to say like there's nuclear plants, and then there's like
that's a power plant, right?
Something I don't know.
I thought it was honestly no bullshit. I thought that I've been told my whole life that's like a nuclear power plant.
It could be, and I don't even know.
People at my school used to always tell me growing up, if you're in about 14 miles of that place, you're dead. You have 0 chance of survival. 75 miles, you're gonna be affected. You may not die. You might die. You have a chance at 75 miles. Outside 75 miles, you're fine.
Well,
and that could be straight out of my ass. I don't know, but I've heard that my whole life.
Well, we're talking, and she's talking about like, what if someone hacked in and they like shut everybody's power down, right? Because I've heard that's like a real threat
for sure.
So like, what if somebody like hacked into somehow Teslas?
Yeah, you ever seen that movie? Don't know the name of the movie, but it's a Netflix original about that happening.
Yes,
you know what I'm talking about. It's got
all the cars like blockade in this.
Yeah, they're all Teslas. You notice that
mm-hmm.
in that movie? For sure, some young Asian kid in China can figure out how to do that, I'm sure. But I mean, as of right now, it hasn't happened. I haven't heard of it, but it definitely could, right?
I mean, dude, that's scary.
People forget like this. I don't know if you remember. You probably forgot. I don't know if it was a year or 2 years ago, but like our phones shut off. They wouldn't work. Something AT&T server went down or whatever. Remember that?
Yeah.
That's what they said, that the servers are down. I guarantee you it was something other than the servers.
Dude, I remember.
And that was bad.
Yeah.
My phone was gone for a day, and especially in our line of work, we rely on that phone to make money. You know what I'm saying? People call us, hey, I want a new truck, blah, blah, blah. But I was, without that phone, I'm like severely addicted. I'm like, dude, I'm checking it like, is it up yet? Is it up every 10 minutes?
I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something.
I'm sorry.
Crap. What was I going to say?
Could you imagine if Plant Bowen got hacked and then I brought up the phone?
Yeah, no, it was something else. Anyway, dude, this pool's got me shook today, bro. I get stupid pool.
I hear you.
Dumb pool. Yeah. It's going to be fun this summer, though.
Yeah, you love the pool, man. Like, you went to our neighborhood pool like any chance you got. So
I know
you're going to use it.
Me and Megan were talking today. I was like, I just want to move to Florida so bad.
Move to Florida?
Dude,
really?
Yeah, man.
You got like the Florida native roots, right? Weren't you born in Florida or something like that?
Yeah, I was born in Fort Myers, and I don't have memories of like living there when I was a baby.
I feel that.
But I got to go back years later and see some of my family that still live there on an island up there called Pine Island.
Oh, okay.
It's beautiful, dude.
Really?
Out in Fort Myers. Oh my gosh.
I hear you. Florida's
literally,
nice, yeah.
You literally go on this island, and it's just like it's a town on this island. And the house that I guess we grew up in, or didn't grow up in, but I was born in whatever. I think I left it 1 or 2, but
So from Fort Myers, Florida to Adairsville.
Yeah, but outside of this pool, you would or outside of this, I'm still on a pool, bro. Outside of this house, you would go through the woods. Mm-hmm. Straight to the ocean.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
I don't know, dude. I just love it's something like the smell, the feeling, the vibes of the ocean.
You know, like winter is rare. It doesn't even get that cold, like 50 degrees.
And you've seen me, dude. I hate cold weather, homie.
Yeah, I know.
I cannot stand. You thrive on it.
Me? Yeah, no. Growing up, I always loved the cold. I'm always like, man, I can't wait for winter. I'm tired of the heat. But as I've gotten older, man, this winter tore my ass up, dude.
Did it?
Oh, yeah. Like, I would bitch and moan about going outside all the time. Like, man, it's freezing outside. I don't want to go out there. Waking up at, 7 o'clock in the morning, it's 18 degrees outside. It's not fun.
I thought that I thought winter was over like a week
Oh,
ago.
hell no. Is this your first time in Georgia? We were in
No,
fake
bro.
spring, bro.
Dude, I was like, it was 70 degrees, I think, last week or the week before.
75. Yeah, I was on the golf course having a great time. And no, I knew it was coming back. Because what's crazy is it's going to get cold this week, right?
Yeah.
That's going to warm up again.
I
And
hope.
it's gonna get cold again, though.
You think it will?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm
It doesn't
leaving.
get, like, steady hot until, like, end of April, early May.
What do they call it? Like blackberry winter, I think is the term I've
People
heard.
call it fake spring, fake or fake summer, fake spring, fake winter, you know, stuff like that. Even, like, with, like, when winter comes, right? Like, it's, like, 90 degrees, and it's like, oh, wow, it's 50 degrees. It's nice. Winter's coming. And the next week, it's like, oh, it's 98 again. Damn. You know, it doesn't really cool off to, like, end of November in Georgia.
Dude, I cannot wait, bro. Cannot wait for summertime.
Me too.
I would rather pass out from a heat stroke than be cold.
See,
homie.
it's like the heat is nice when you miss it. Well, I already know when them 102 days at the lot come, I'm gonna be crying.
We're out there standing.
Because there's no matter what you do, you can't do anything to prepare for the heat. I mean, you could drink a bunch of water. That's it. But and I'm complaining. There's dudes out there digging up the road. You know, 102 degrees, and we're inside in the AC. But for 1 hour of the day, we got to go outside. But if you think about it, say you got a guy on the lot, you got to open up 7 trucks for him. Every time you get in that truck, it's like an oven in there. It's
dude,
like a sauna.
and it's black asphalt.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
No, as soon as you get in a truck in the middle of like July, August, you're sweating. Like it's like, oh God, miserably hot.
Like Forrest Gump said, felt like it was raining from the from the bottom. I feel like the heat, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like the heat is just, I mean, I guess it is. It's coming from that asphalt, dude. It's just, I feel like a boiled egg, bro.
Who you tell, man? Especially when you got no hair like me, bro. You start sweating instantly.
but I absolutely love summertime, though.
You know what's so funny? This is so random. Way off topic. You know how the other day at work you're like, man, I think I look like Bradley Cooper. And I'm like, nah, you don't look nothing like Bradley Cooper. I'm looking at you right now. You know who you kind of look like? You kind of look like Bryce Harper, honestly, like the baseball player.
Dude, I've got that too.
No shit. You actually look a lot more like him, and he's got that flow you're trying to get.
Because I got
versus, I mean, nah, not even that. Like just
the
like your
Sandlot
face
jersey
up.
on.
But yeah, you kind of resemble Bryce Harper just a little bit.
I used to get Dale Jr.
Dale Jr.?
Yeah, bro. That was
fuck.
I used to be.
Did he have red hair?
No, I don't think so. I think he had blonde.
I don't know. I've never watched NASCAR.
But he, that's the first one I used to get was him, and then I used to get, I think it was Bryce Harper. That was another one I used to get.
I'm not saying you're his brother, but you kind of maybe a third cousin.
Yeah, I don't look as good as what Bryce does. That's all right. But and then somebody told, dude, I swear, somebody was like, you kind of look like Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, they're full of shit.
I
don't see it, but hey,
I was like, hey man, I'll take it.
Take it. There you go.
I'll take it. That's fine with me.
I hear you. But let me ask you this. So we've been working together 2 years. Now you come back from military, and then you were going to be a cop or something like that, right?
Dude.
I can't even imagine you riding around with your Oakleys on in a SWAT car, just ruining people's day every day. Like, you know how fast you're going?
Dude, so I guess you kind of want to. So what me and Connor talked about is Mr. Connor Dillon. This is what we talked about.
What's going on, guys?
Totally forgot that part. It's cool though.
Nah, we're fine.
Anyway, what me and you talked about was I don't know if all the listeners kind of know maybe my story and kind of who I am. So I think we talked about kind of digging into that.
Sure. Let's do it.
But so I grew up obviously Cartersville, Adairsville area, and then I'm not gonna bore people with all that stuff, but stupid. I had a good childhood. We
awesome.
It was good. Had a single mom, 2 brothers. We didn't grow up rich, but we grew up as a family.
That's all that matters.
And then I joined the Army so I was working at this place where you build transfer truck brake shoes.
Sounds like a good job.
It is awful.
I've never in my life, I've never worked like a labor job.
Yeah.
Ever. I like vaguely, one of my best friends, his dad owns a sound and stage production company. I've told you about this.
Yeah.
And that's like the hardest labor I've ever done of anything. And I've done it maybe twice. I did it like 2 times, if that. and like lifting up all kinds of crazy shit, and I hated every second of it.
So I was working at that brake job, doing brakes, and building the brake shoes for these like big trucks.
Wow.
And nasty job, dude. Oh my God, bro. You want to talk about like, I would come home as black as your hoodie, dude. Like, it was bad.
It's got to be high paying though, right?
No, $10 an hour. $10 an hour.
Typical. Okay.
Yeah. So it was like 19. I was like, I got to get the hell.
Well, what year is this though?
That was 2000.
Because you're like relatively older, right? I mean, how old are you? 32?
31 now.
31. So what year is this?
That was 2012 and 13.
Okay. That's a while ago.
So I worked that place, and then I was like, I got to get out of this town.
Yeah. Okay.
So March 5th, 2013, I joined the Army.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to go see the world.
Sick.
I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get out of Cartersville, Georgia. I got to go somewhere.
Okay.
So ended up getting stationed in Georgia. So I didn't go anywhere. It sucked.
It's okay.
Went straight to Georgia. Could have went to Hawaii. Could have went to New York.
Wow.
Could have went to Cali. Could have went to anywhere.
But be real, like the people in the military, right? That like, let's just say you're stationed in Cali. Like, are you even like allowed to like live a Cali lifestyle? You know what I'm saying? Like I know it's like you still got to do military stuff, but like how often are you even allowed? Like, you know what? I want to pack up my car and go to Big Bear this weekend. That's like a ski town in California.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah.
Whenever you want.
The regular Army dude is like, it's like working a regular job.
So it's like after a set time, you're no longer in the Army that day.
Yeah, sort of. So your normal day in the military, you wake up, you got first formation.
Okay.
Right. So
what is that like? Where you running around?
No. So you might say you live off post, or say you live in the barracks.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
You wake up, get your PTs on. You're like shorts and t-shirt.
Yeah.
You drive to your company area, wherever that is, and then you have formation. That's when you salute the flag. Yeah, okay. Salute the flag. All that fun stuff.
Yeah.
They take accountability to make sure everybody's there.
Let me ask you this: did anyone never show up?
Oh, dude.
What happens in this? Do they crash out like, "Where the hell's Joe?"
Oh, they'll be at your barracks room. Just.
What if you don't live on barracks though? What if you're in the apartments down the road?
They'll go beat on your.
Really? They'll pull up on you.
Hey, Mrs. Wife.
Where's your husband at?
Yeah, your husband's not here today.
Oh no.
Yeah, happens all the time.
Really?
Yeah, but
I figured it wouldn't.
You wake up, you go to first formation, and then you do PT for like an hour and a half.
Okay, that's where you're like working out, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
You leave there. I think we had to be back. It's been a long time ago. It's like 10 years now. I think you had to be back at work at like 9:30 or so.
I got you.
So that range right there, you went to eat breakfast, you went home, took a shower, whatever, whether that's barracks room or off post, and then you had to be back at work, say 9:30, and that you didn't have a set time you got off. Sometimes the Army just wants to screw with you.
Yeah, there's like, it's not like, hey, someone want to stay late, make a little extra money. Like, no, you're staying, buddy.
Well, you belong to us. You got a contract on you, boy.
Yeah, really, I believe it, man. I've heard it from several other like military people, right?
But no, once you get released for the day, you go home just like anybody else.
Yeah.
Go to your barracks room and just
do whatever you want.
Crash out with all the boys and just play video games, or it's like a big fraternity in the barracks. And I was in the barracks,
and some people love it, man. Like I know several people that like I went to school with that just like posted on their Instagram that they just locked in 15 years, and they've already been doing it since 2018. So what is that, 7 or 8 years?
Yeah.
So they're about to do 25 years, whatever that math is. It's pretty crazy.
It's nuts. There's very few that actually like
stay
because
I always see those TikToks or it's like, why'd you join the Army? He's like, want a Camaro, or like, or it's like, why'd you join? They're like, had nothing, like stuff like that. It's like never anything positive. Like you never see the guy that's like, I want to serve my country. I know there's some in there, right?
Yeah.
But like on these videos you always see online, it's always like these people like, I want a free college,
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
At one point, dude, like there was people that were about to go to jail.
What?
So like say they were about to go to prison or go to jail.
Oh yeah, I know people like this. Yeah.
The judge was like,
jail or Army.
Look, son, jail or Army. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
I take the Army. I take the Army all day long.
Yeah, hell yeah. At least you're getting paid, right?
And I was in the Army with a couple of those dudes, and you could tell. You could tell those people.
Yeah.
You were like, you didn't do this because you loved your country.
Yeah, for sure. But, you do what you got to do sometimes, right?
Dude, there was so I got out in 2016 the first time.
Yeah.
There was a cocaine ring.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about this. Go ahead and touch on it. Let's hear it.
So
this is actually crazy when you told me this. Like, because when you think of the military, you think like stern, respectful, fighting for, like the military commercial, it sells you.
Yeah.
And then you tell me like, yeah, dude, this guy, he just had bricks on bricks in the barracks of the damn Army. I'm like, how could that even be possible?
So I got out 2016. I'm scrolling on my phone, and there's this page on Facebook called U.S. Army What the Fuck Moments.
Okay.
Right. So people they just post all kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And I seen one day it was like 315 Battalion, Fort Stewart, Georgia.
Oh God.
Cocaine ring busted, and I'm like, hold on a minute. I clicked on it, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, I was in the same barracks with these dudes.
Do you know them? Like,
I did.
Did you ever shoot shit with them ever?
I think they were like privates when I was getting out.
Privates like low level, right?
Yeah, that's
or
right.
entry level.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
So I get out, dude, and I see this. And I'm texting my buddies. I'm like, bro, did you see this?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah. That's whoever. I can't remember the people's names.
Yeah.
And there ended up surfacing a picture, and it's this dude in the barracks, and he's got a clipboard.
You got to throw up the picture for the listeners.
I got to throw it up. There's a clipboard, and he's got cocaine all over it. And he's got stacks of money, dude, like all around him.
Money?
And he's got, stacks of money. And he's got powder. Like he's got a little.
And you were in Savannah, right?
Yeah.
It's a party town. So this is probably booming down that way.
I don't know if the dude, I don't know the
like
who the guy worked for. I don't know how all that worked, dude, but there was a freaking cocaine ring, homie, in the barracks.
That's actually insane.
I was like,
but I'm sure a lot of crazy stuff goes on like that.
Oh, dude, people piss hot for marijuana. People piss hot for drugs.
What happens in that situation? Like, say, like, you join the military, you're straight edge, and like maybe you love smoking weed before you join the military, and you slip up. You're like, all right, I smoked a little weed this weekend, officer. Like, truly, what happens? Is it, boy, you're done, or is it like it's all right?
So they end up like they'll send you to a I never got in trouble, so I don't really know exactly what happens, but so there's some things where, say like you get in trouble for something crazy, like, well, the Army still has to like process you out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if it's nothing like, say you just pissed hot for marijuana, right? They're not going to throw you in jail.
No, but like they kick you out.
They're going to be processing you out of the military more than likely.
Really?
Well, during that, you're going to get what they call an Article 15 usually.
Okay.
And if the Army doesn't suck bad enough, they will give you extra duty. And what that means, you will go to work, and then you'll get off work and go back to work.
Oh, so that Cali lifestyle maybe not be the case for everybody.
And work more, bro. You're like buffing floors, mopping floors, like crazy
grunt
stuff.
work that no one wants to do, dude. Like the punishment work.
Like you're dude. I've seen these people, man. There were some folks, dude, that got in trouble, and you would get off work, and they're just
gotta go damn shine the shoes or whatever.
They're at the barracks like cutting grass and just some crazy stuff.
Do you get paid for that though, or is it like free stuff?
So that's the part I missed. I didn't get it. I didn't. So they give you extra duty.
Yeah,
bro. They will then take. I want to say they take half your pay. So they make you work more and then take more money from you.
That's insane, bro. And you can't do nothing about it because you're signed to the military.
Can't do shit.
Dude, see, that's like I can never be in that. I love the military people. I respect them. That would piss me off bad, like really bad. It's
nuts. I mean, well, it's more nuts that like you would even try to do that.
Yeah,
but
at the end of the day, it probably don't happen that much, right? Because usually people in the military are like, straight edge.
You would think.
Yeah, I know
Most
people
of
still
them.
have fun, right? But like
Yeah.
the ones that
Ex-
are like legit into it, not
Yeah.
get forced into it, they're like proud.
Especially like your normal like say just normal line companies that aren't like Rangers or Special Forces, those
Yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah,
Those
sure.
dudes get a little more like serious. They
Yeah.
obviously love what they do to do that, So
I got you.
I feel like those normal line companies is more prone to F ups because
Yeah,
like
it's just like regular dudes.
it's just regular dudes.
Exactly.
Yeah. You got that dude that was like, I'm just here for the college money, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really care.
I hear you. Okay. So you're in the military. We all know that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So then you get out. We all know you go back in, blah, blah, blah. Cool. You're in the military. Thank you for your service, sir. We appreciate it. So then you get out and you were going to be a cop, whatever. It didn't work out. So then you find what's called a car dealership.
Mm-hmm.
So here you are 2 years into your car dealership career, I guess we could call it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it, man?
So in between all of that, right after getting out of the Army, I ended up moving to Nashville
Yeah,
a couple years later. And in between all those, I worked like some odd and end jobs,
Yeah. And we'll touch on that Nashville shit here in a minute.
Went to school for a short stint, like Georgia Highlands. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, I went to Georgia Highlands.
Went there for a
Failed,
semester. Went for a semester. College was free, so I was like, I'm gonna try to get an education.
Yeah,
tried that. I was like, this sucks. Right, so didn't do it.
Did you ever do good in school growing up? Like, did you ever have good grades?
I done just enough to graduate.
It's easy to get degrees, baby. That's my senior quote.
That's what I did.
Me too. I never did good at all, but I did good enough to get through, right?
Yeah. So I ended up moving to Nashville, done all that. Ended up going in the Army again.
Okay.
Got medically discharged
in
2020.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, it was with the medical stuff, it was kind of hard to figure out like what I wanted to do and what I could do physically.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, the cop thing kind of came up a couple times. I mean, dude, when you're military, you can.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like if you ever been pulled over by Georgia State Patrol, guaranteed their asses in the like Marines.
It's either military, you're gonna go be a firefighter, just things like that, right? So I had rolled the dice a couple times thinking about doing law enforcement, and it felt like every time I was gonna do it, my seizures would get worse.
Oh, really?
So I was like, dude, imagine being in the middle of like a gun.
Busting a drug dealer and you start doing the fish out of water.
Yeah. So I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely not.
So then I was talking to Megan one day, dude, and I was like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I truthfully, dude, did not know what I was going to do.
That's a shitty feeling.
It was a shitty feeling, dude, because you like.
Especially you're kind of later in life, too, and you're like a kid and stuff, so I feel that.
So I didn't know what I was going to do, man. So I'm sitting at home one day, me and her chilling and scrolling through Indeed.
Yeah.
Hardy Automotive, I said.
Hell yeah.
I've heard of that. We love you and we need you.
Yeah.
Seen that. I knew the commercial, and and I was like, selling cars. Those dudes out on golf carts wearing polos, that looks pretty fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So ended up applied, got a call like 3 days later.
Wow.
Right. So I go to this interview, and the lady's like 100% commission. And dude, that freaked the hell out of me, dude. I was
as
like,
it would with anybody.
Anybody.
Even when I started.
Yeah.
Same feeling. Even though I had already worked at the dealership for a year at this point, I was scared.
And even worse when you got bills and like a family you have to provide for, and then you're told like, hey, you don't sell a car, you're not making none this week, dude.
Yeah. But a lot of people have a big misconception about that. Like, it doesn't really happen that often.
It doesn't.
Almost never.
You have to extremely suck, and even extremely
suck. Like, not even try. People that happens to, they just are not putting effort in.
Yeah. So we do the interview. I'm like, that scares the hell out of me, 100% commission. So she gives me this other job, and basically I was like, I'll take that, right? And it was like 2 weeks later, Don Baines calls me. He's like, come up here and see me.
Don.
Come up here. Yeah, shout out Don. He calls me up to the office. He's like, look, man.
Is that his voice?
Yeah. Look, man.
Okay.
I'll give you a chance.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, dude, never sold cars in my life. He's like, we got a lot of the same followers on Facebook. You got a good following. He was like, with your music and stuff, I think you'll do good at this.
Wow.
I was like, okay. I said, what about that 100% commission part? And he's like, I'll give you a guarantee for 90 days.
Yeah, most dealerships do.
Yeah. So it all worked out. I've been doing it now for we've been doing it together, because I had just started right before you, basically 2 years.
Yeah.
And it turned out good. It's been fun.
It's awesome, right?
We have a good time at the lot.
Hell yeah. It's easy. Good time.
In the days when three amigos are off at the same, or when one of us is off, the rest of the day sucks, dude, because when I'm off, it's just you. And
it's me and Jordan.
It's you and Jordan.
Jordan is a little different character. We love him, but you know him.
He sits over there and he watches Netflix.
Watching Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
Garbage TV shows.
So he'll do that. So you're just like,
it's not that bad though. Usually lately on Mondays, I've been selling cars on Mondays, which is usually a day you don't. But I've been hot on Mondays recently.
Yeah.
So you start, and then I come in.
Yeah.
What is your thought like? Oh God, there's another guy coming after me.
Yeah. Well, at the time, I guess I didn't really know what it meant for another salesman to come in.
No, I know.
Like taking that, like, hey, that's another person that could take another customer away from you type thing.
Yeah.
I didn't really know that. So to me, you were just another person.
Exactly. So that's what I was saying. Like, one thing I'll always praise about y'all Glazy here for a little bit is like my first day as a salesman at that dealership, within 10 minutes of me being there, you came up and introduced yourself. Hey, man, I'm Joe. Need anything, let me know. And, like, in a dealership environment and culture, that's so not a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, usually the culture I come from, I'm used to, like, someone new started, like, no one talked to him.
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? But you were a super cool guy, but you just didn't know any better. But everyone up there was always nice, but, they were kind of still shy a little bit,
There was a couple that,
even Paul, though, too.
Yeah.
Paul Harrison was super nice.
Yeah.
He was chill.
Yeah. He taught me, he pretty much showed me like the ropes, when I first started paperwork and things like that.
Yeah.
So I remember there was a time I was, shadowing Paul, and he's like, hey man, I got to go down here to the Superstore.
Yeah. Put me on half. I'm gonna go sell me another one.
Yeah. I don't know who it was that was selling something down there, but he was on half of it. So I'm like standing there, like watching him try to close this customer.
Yeah.
And the other salesman tapped me on the shoulder. He's like, hey man, step back here if you don't mind. I said, I don't want it to pressure the customer. And looking back on it, I'm like,
it's pretty dumb.
I
think it's fucking stupid, dude.
Like, I think the customer would have knew, like, okay, this is a new guy. He's just kind of learning.
I'm sure they introduced, like, hey, this is Joe. He's new,
Yeah. But no, it's fun, dude. I can't even say there's like a bad part of it besides the days where it's just so long, bro, from like 8:30 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night, and it's just dead. Those are the long days.
It's just I'd say the first hour and the last hour are the worst. The middle ain't that bad.
Yeah.
And I won't even say the first hour is the worst, because sometimes you come in, you got stuff rolling, you get in and out. It's a good feeling. But I'll say like the days where if you go on a little dry streak, you don't sell anything, that's when it starts the pressure, not pressure, but like that monster on your back starts to climb up. Like, hey, what are you doing, man? You're just hanging out. You got to sell something.
So dude, it's I was while you were telling me this, I was thinking we're talking about weather earlier. There is no workout like getting out, mowing some grass in the Georgia heat.
Yeah, I mean, that's bad, but I'd say the worst is those dudes with the asphalt building the roads.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that's brutal work. Like, I know most of the time you see them doing it at night, but when it's like an emergency situation job where, like, we're 4 months behind on budget, they're going to cut the pay if we don't get this shit done now, 24-hour shifts, Dude, that is hell. You see the guy up on the dozer or whatever with the umbrella. He's probably got it okay. But those dudes with the cigarettes and the shovels, man, they're not having a good time, I promise
Chugging Mountain Dew.
Pepsis, Kit Kats, and Marlboro Reds.
Give me the damn grease.
But what's funny with those guys, too, though? Like, let's just say you drive past them. There's 100 of them. About 20 of them are working. The rest are fucking chilling. They're kind of watching, with the shovel in the hand, hanging out, whatever. But yeah, but no, man, it's the car sales is awesome. I really do. I really like it. But one thing I wanted to ask you is like, give me you've been doing it 2 years. Give me your wow and give me your pal. Like, give me something good that you love. Give me something you hate about it.
Detailers.
Oh, we're getting canceled. We're getting pulled in HR. No. Okay, detailers.
That's probably my worst.
Really?
Yeah.
Just like getting a dirty car.
Yeah. And I know you can't make it perfect every time, because even if it's perfect, there's going to be customers that think it should be even better, right?
Yeah.
So that part sucks sometimes, but I would say the best to me is the camaraderie that we have at the dealership.
Okay.
It honestly, dude, you go to work with a bunch of when you sold cars somewhere else.
Yeah.
Dude, you've told me like it was hell going to work. Like you hated it.
And it wasn't always like that, right?
Yeah.
Like when I first started, just like a quick story how I started, right? I was freshly 18 years old. I graduated high school. This girl I used to know back in the day, her mom worked for like the corporate side of this dealership. It's a group, like, Hardy Family Automotive Group.
Yeah.
There's like a little, not really because it's a little bit smaller, but they still have like kind of like a corporate side. The other group I was with was a lot bigger, not better by any means, but she worked for the corporate side. At her graduation party, she's like, hey, what are you going to do after school? You're graduating now, And this time, dude, I was worried about drinking beer and having a good time and doing bad shit. But I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm probably going to go to college. It's like growing up, like I said, my dad, all he ever says is like, you're going to college, no matter where it was, right? Georgia Hines will take anybody.
Yeah.
So I tell her that she's like, I also said, hey, I'm probably going to get like a full-time job somewhere. Where? I don't know. I was doing the hibachi shit at the time, delivering food. And she's like, you want to work at a car dealership? And I'm like, what would I do? She's like, oh, you could do just about anything, but you could start parking the cars. They need someone to park the cars. I'm like, okay. Start doing it, right? I do it for a year. It was cool, whatever. For my first like full-time job, Monday through Friday at the time. That was nice. And then I have to work Saturdays. And then I met this dude, and he's like, you're a cool guy, man. You should start selling cars. And like you said, I was so worried, like, dude, what if I don't make any money? And he hit me like, dude, you're a kid, dude. You're 19. What do you got to lose? You don't got kids. You don't got nothing. I'm like, okay, I get it, whatever, right? But at the same time, I still didn't want to do it because at this point, I've heard other people that I wasn't friends with, like, always crying about it, like, bitching, like, this sucks. And you know what's funny is I kind of agreed with them. I used to laugh at them all the time, like, yeah, I'm never going to be like you guys. We're here the rest of my life. Like, and they'd always tell me, like, if you do this for 2 years, it's a death sentence. You're stuck in it for life.
Stuck, yeah.
Here I am, almost 8 years later, they were right. But, so I jump in it and do it, and it's great. Dude, I'm 19, selling cars left and right, a natural. Felt great. I mean, people were rooting for me. I'd worked there. Everyone knows me. Good experience. Making money, blah, blah, blah. This, that, and the third, right? Then a lot of change started to happen. COVID came, and that was like really awesome, like the best of the best. And then that's when the change started to hit. And it's the dealer, everything, rules and management, all this blah, 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 blah. Then it became miserable.
Yeah.
So then I made the switch, and it's been great.
Yeah.
Ever since.
I think the camaraderie would probably be like my top.
For sure.
But dude, you meet so many good people. You have more better customers or good customers than you do bad.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
And I think the people.
Yeah. If let's say the dealership sells like, say 180 cars a month, I'll say 20 of those customers leave pissed off. That's pretty low.
Yeah.
That's like right over 10%. What is that, 11.5%? That's not that bad.
You had a truck come back not long ago. You had to get that Joker buffed like 15 times.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, brutal. But, in the guy's defense, it was a little jacked up, right?
Yeah.
You buy a new truck. These trucks are outrageous, by the way. The prices are not cheap.
But, bro, here's the part about it, though, is it's like it all falls on us as salesmen.
Yeah.
Dude, we didn't even make these things,
But that's the culture, right?
Oh,
that's
man.
the culture. Like,
it is.
It's like, think about it. Anything in this room, like this mic, for example.
Yeah.
You just bought this. You didn't hop on knowing about it and haggle, blah, blah, blah. That all just stems from just like the early days of the car dealerships, right? Everyone wants to walk in, buy something, and then go home to the bar and tell their buddies how a sweet deal they gave them.
Mm-hmm.
And in reality, everyone usually gets a pretty good deal. I mean, 99% of the time, you walk into a dealership, you're going to leave with a good deal. And what even is a good deal, right?
Yeah.
If you don't even know what the hell is a good deal.
Yeah.
People will fight you tooth and nail over stupid stuff. $500 when you're buying an $80,000 truck, dude. $500 is nothing in this situation, but whatever. We'll give it to you if it makes you happy.
Dude, I want to say I lost a cell the other day. What was it over?
Dude, it's over like, well, no, you got it back. You're talking about
Oh,
the
yeah,
lady on
yeah.
that Buick?
Yeah. I got it back.
Yeah, you were pounding over that. It's $20.
$20 a month,
Which,
bro.
for people listening, so every $20 in a payment usually is for every 1,000. So it was over $1,000 in bottom line terms.
But when you're looking at it,
but I agree, $20 usually when people like get into that kind of stuff, I'll hit them with like, hey, well, do you DoorDash food often?
Yeah.
And then they say, yeah. Like, well, one less DoorDash a month, you afford this thing, no problem.
Yeah, you start breaking it down in like little things that you buy. You're like, oh yeah, that extra $30, I'll blow that all the time.
It's stupid. If you like the damn thing, just get it.
Just buy the truck. Now you're talking like going from a $40,000 vehicle to a $90,000. Yeah, you're gonna see a price increase for sure.
For sure.
What's your funniest story you've got lately from selling cars?
Selling cars? Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I've had some. I don't know about funny, but I've had some weird situations for sure, dude.
Yeah.
This is not when I was at Chevy, for anyone listening that we work with.
Yeah.
But one time, dude, it was actually a really cool experience at first. So I meet this guy, I'm selling him like a Kia Carnival, which is like a minivan, right? And this guy looks just like me. He's got a big red beard, like super cool. He's actually from California, which is whatever. I don't deal with that, but he loves the 49ers. We're chopping up about football, this, that, and the third. Everything's cool. We find the car he wants. We agree to the numbers. Sounds good. So he's like, hey, I got to go pick up my kids. Can we do this at my house? Like, you just bring me the car. We'll do the paperwork because his wife was going to be on it too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, sure. That's no problem. But at the previous place I was at, there was no, like, you pick up the phone and someone will go do it for you. Like the drivers we have, like, that's a blessing in itself. Like, that shit didn't exist. So it's like, you want to organize some shit like that, you got to go do it yourself, which in the blue moon, once in a blue moon, you still got to do it with us if you really got to get it done, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, the guy's like, come over at 5 o'clock. I live like 20 minutes away. Cool. So I show up to this dude's house, right? Decently nice house, whatever. He's buying a nice car, but nice house, whatever. I walk in and he sits me down at the kitchen table, and all of a sudden, dude, him and his wife just get in this blowout fight. And I'm sitting at his kitchen table like two little kids, like they're got their iPads watching Bluey or whatever the fuck. And I'm sitting there just like 20 years old, just awkward as hell. And like, Joe, I'm telling you, I'm exaggerating when I say like, think about calling the cops, but dude, it's like level 10 screaming at each other.
What were they fighting over?
Apparently he got the wrong car. And that wasn't me. It was him. Like, she didn't want that car, and she wasn't informed, I guess, on the whole situation, and this, that, and the third. It was just a weird. You ever been in a situation like that? Like maybe a friend of yours fighting with their wife. If it's not as weird because you know them, right?
Yeah.
But you're just in a random person's house. I'm a young kid at the time, and for about 20 minutes, it's bloody murder screaming at each other, like throwing water bottles and shit and going in other rooms and slamming doors. And I'm just at the table, like texting my buddy outside, like that's my picking me up, like, hey man, I don't know if they're even buying it, but stick around for a little bit longer just to make sure everything's good, and they ended up buying it.
Okay.
But it was fucking weird, dude. Like, they come back in, she sits down and, signs the stuff.
They even apologize to you?
No. I mean, they're like, just like, all right, well, let's get this paperwork done.
Oh my God.
The husband was like kind of like trying to smile through it, but it was fucking weird, bro. It was weird. But other than that, I mean, funny stuff. I mean, nothing really that makes me go, haha, like laugh. I don't think. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to think, like, nothing. No. But if I was to say my wows and my wow and pal, like something I really like is I just like the fact that we don't really have to do a lot,
Yeah.
Where it's like kind of like autopilot. It's like you kind of own your own business in a sense. Do right? You still got to listen to up the higher ups, whatever, and be respectful. But I'm saying, like, let's say we worked at Burger King, right?
Yeah.
You got to go to Burger King. You're making 100 burgers every day. You're dropping
Regardless.
fries. You're cleaning floors.
Yeah.
Like, my job is to hang out with you all day, and we're gonna sell some cars in between, and that's it. You know,
and then go eat at the bar.
Yeah, it's a nice
1
feeling.
o'clock.
Like, it's a nice feeling, and it's like, you know, there's days where, you know, it's just like a chill day. You know, it's not hard. Like, we got it pretty good, right? But my pal would be like something I don't like. Sometimes I hate the thing that bothers me a lot, right? Is when you'll meet, let's just say you meet someone and they're interested in buying a car and you give them your life's work. Like, you know, if you don't buy in the first day, it don't bother me. Usually they do with me. But if they don't, it don't bother me that much because they're going to come back more than likely. But the people that just go on and on and on and on and never buy anything.
Never buy.
Or the people, actually, I'll rephrase that. Another situation is like, someone that comes in like flaunting the money they make, which I'm good with. I actually like hearing that kind of stuff.
You've told me that, yeah.
I like it. I really do. That's another thing I really enjoy, like meeting, let's say, doctors, lawyers, business owners, and like hearing these big numbers and like cool, they tell you cool stuff. But the ones, you know, like those arrogant guys, I don't know if arrogant's the right word to use, with like, they're like on another level, which is fine. You technically are on another level.
Yeah.
And they're acting like they're, you know, Jeff Bezos Jr.
Yeah.
But then when it comes down to like, all right, let's give me some of that money for this truck or this Yukon for your wife, then they all of a sudden pump the brakes and they're like, nah, we got to think about it, or make up some BS excuse and they're gone. It's just like, dude, what the hell, man? Like, why come in here flex on me like that and not buy anything?
And not buy it.
If you, dude, that's awesome if you make a lot of money and you're buying trucks. I'm voting for you. But to come in here and just tell me like, yeah, I got a house in Florida, man. Yeah, $100,000 a month is nothing. You know, acting like that, and then when it's come to buy the vehicle your wife wants, you turn into like this accountant all of a sudden. You're like, oh, I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, I'm leaving. You know, doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
If I was acting like that, I promise you, if you're acting like that, you better buy something. Is what I'm trying to say.
And I think sometimes we kind of like, I think we take the. We hope that people understand, like, we do this as a job. We do this to make money.
But they don't care.
Right.
They don't care at all.
Some folks, man, they will sit you down and they will work you like a dog.
And look, I get it. Like I said, I was saying earlier, like the whole, like, I want to get a good deal. I want you to get a good deal too, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I want to sell a truck. I want to be your friend and move on with it. But at the end of the day, like, that's another thing. Like, some people will come in there and they have it in their head, someone in their life told them, like, you go to a dealership, you be an asshole in there.
Yeah.
They'll treat you good. Like, I promise you, like, the people that be real difficult, like, those are the ones I really don't want to help.
Yeah.
You know, like, dude, I don't really even care if you buy this car or not, the way you're acting. The people that are super cool, like, hey, what's up, man? In a month, I'm going to buy this truck. I'll see you on this day. And they come and buy it. I'm cool with that. But the ones that are like, I don't know, just complain about anything. And like,
or they come back in and they don't ask for you.
Yeah, that doesn't really get to me as much because like I'm numb to that already. But like, that could be hard to watch, right? But I've sold a car, no shit. I've sold a car to people on like a Monday, and they came back to my same dealership. This obviously wasn't where we were because the place would be on fucking fire if this shit was going on.
Yeah,
they bought a car for me on Monday, bro. They were back on like a Thursday of the same week while I was at lunch. They didn't know I was at lunch. Like, you know, me and you, we just go to lunch whenever we want. That's how it was at my last place.
Yeah.
Bro, I come into them buying another car. They owned like a restaurant, and they were getting another one from another person, and they just bought one for me like 3 days ago.
Man.
And I'm like, what the hell? And I even like, I shouldn't have did this. Not that it was bad. I didn't say anything wrong, but when I'm like, what's going on, guys? You don't want to hit me up? What happened? You know, and I'm not like that at all. Like, say I sold a guy 1 month, you sold next month. I would not say anything to that guy. It really don't bother me that much. But for them, like, damn, y'all were just here like 72 hours ago. And like, oh, you was at lunch, man. They're like, it's okay. No worries. Congrats, guys. You know, kept it kosher, but
yeah, it's
pretty funny. But a cool story I could tell you on here for anyone listening. This is a more of a crazy / cool story. I don't know if I've ever told you this. I might have, I might not. All right. So it's like the year 2021. Are you familiar with the Kia Stinger?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a sports car. I don't know why I just did quote. It's a sports car. It's pretty fast. Like,
yeah,
it will hang with a C8 Corvette, honestly. Maybe not, but it's close. It's expensive, relatively. They're like, you know, a fully loaded one's about $60,000. So it's a Saturday morning, and you know me. I'm a believer. first customer at the door is a deal. So I'm in the morning, I'm always out in that lot on a Saturday. So I get this dude and this, what I thought was a woman. Wasn't. That's where it gets a little fucking weird. I thought this random couple, they were a little weird looking. And for anyone listening, this was not at where we work now, previous. And so I talked to him, hey, what's going on? They're like, hey, we're looking for a Kia Stinger. And they pull up in this like raggedy ass like Ford Edge, right? I'm like, all right, I don't judge a book by its cover. You know, I've sold people that, you know, maybe don't look like they got $100,000 credit and then they walk out of there with a $100,000 vehicle. I've done it before. So they come in, we look at a Stinger, they're like, yeah, this is the one, we want to buy it. He's going to buy it for me. It's this dude. And he's got a Rolex on with a Domino's Pizza like logo in the middle. And he's like a manager at some Domino's. And if you work there for so long, they give you a Domino's Rolex. Kind of cool.
Wow.
But anyways, so they're telling me like, yeah, like, hey, this car we're trading is in her ex-husband's name and all this crazy shit. And it's like severely negative. So we get the payments, sky high payment, like $1,100. That's a lot of money, you know,
Yeah.
for someone that works at Domino's. He wasn't really making it like that, right?
Yeah.
And he's also taking on about like $9,000 in negative equity from her ex whatever's car that is in his name, right? So it's greasy already. Okay?
Yeah.
So we get the deal done, blah, 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 right? Fast forward maybe, I don't know, 8 months later, okay? It's like, I don't know, July, August. I went to the beach. I went to the beach for like 9 days. I come back, and I'm like saying hello to everybody, whatever. And I had a friend at the time named Kevin that worked at this dealership. Shout out Kevin. Fucking great dude. If he ever needed a job, I'd tell him to come to where we're at because he'd fit in just good.
Mhm.
He's a good dude. He's like, man, you ain't going to believe this. I'm like, what? He's like, dude, I'm selling 3 Stingers to the same guy today. He just won the lottery. And I'm like, no shit. How much money do you win? He's like, won $12 million.
Oh my God.
12 million, right? Hear me out. So I'm like, damn, I'm hyped because you know me. I like a little lottery ticket with a biscuit in the morning, whatever. I like to get a little dirty on some football. So I can't wait to meet this guy, right? Me and Kevin's like, yeah, he's about to be here. Bro, it's the dude that works at fucking Domino's that just bought that Stinger with, it was actually a man, like one of those transgender things.
Oh.
And I see him like, are you gotta be shitting me? But I wasn't even mad, you know, because it's been months, whatever. And I go up to the guy, talk to him, and the Stinger that he had already bought, she ran away with it. And he hadn't seen it. Yeah, he hadn't seen it because they're both on it. He hadn't seen that person in months, he said. But he hits the lotto, comes and gets 3 Stingers the same day. How crazy. Not the same day he won the money, but you know what I mean.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? So I didn't sell him it, but someone that won
That's
12
crazy.
million, bro.
Well, let's take a break real quick. All right, bro, we back.
We back. Back like we never left.
We back like
What's
Trump,
this shit
baby.
called? Mic Up with Joe Webb, right?
Mic'd up with Joe Webb.
Back. What is this episode? Come on.
Six,
I'm up-
maybe.
Okay, episode
6, 7.
6. Wow, you're right on
Yeah.
the cusp of that 7th
Yeah, dude.
episode.
It took a little bit to get back. I was in that like weird period where you start getting like a lot of people want to do it, and then it kind of like,
Yeah, faded.
well, it didn't really fade, but like there was that minute where people are like, yeah, I want to do it, but I'm super busy right now,
I got
type
you.
thing. So I was
All right.
like,
So I'm the backup, right?
no, you're not back up.
I'm
You were
just
gonna
fucking
come on. I told you was gonna come on when we get flowing.
Yeah, no, for sure, man.
What do you think of the? What do you think of studio?
I think it's great. Honestly, I knew it was nice before I got here,
Yeah,
but I was blown away, honestly. It looks, pretty legit, besides the iPhones, but who gives a shit about that? If I didn't say that, they'd never know. But yeah, it's a legit setup, bro. You put some time and work in it. I like it.
So I've got the cameras. Dude, I've had so much trouble figuring these cameras out.
Yeah.
And there's not like a manual where you just know how to do it.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Dude, it's
See,
like
and that's where I was lucky. Like, I've had a friend that knows how to do all this shit. And
Yeah.
with that podcast, like, kind of how I came today, like, I didn't do anything for this. I just come and shoot shit, right?
yeah.
And I know there's a lot of work that goes into it with those cameras because he had a lot of problems with that originally where we're filming and then it would run out of battery or data or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
it is. But then he actually ended up scheming up some legit cameras that can roll for like 48 hours or something.
Yeah.
It's like wired.
I've got some wires that it's like a fake battery that goes in the cameras.
Yeah.
So it's like a dummy battery. It like
Okay.
it thinks that there's a battery, but
I
there's
think
really not
maybe
one.
that's what he had. I don't know.
Yeah. So,
Sweet.
well, I mean, you
It's a
pretty
dope setup.
okay.
Honestly.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal. I wanted a real opinion from somebody that'd give it to me straight.
Yeah. No, I think
I know you give it to me straight.
I'll definitely say it's not half-assed by any means.
Good deal.
It's legit.
Well, sweet. Yeah, when we moved to the new house, I got a new studio that I'm
Yeah.
setting up, and it's going to be.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, it's an actual room, so
Yeah.
it's going to be legit.
Fuck yeah.
It's going to be legit, man.
Damn right.
So what do you think about Daddy Trump being back?
Trump, huh?
Yeah, man.
Man, I love it. You know, I really do. The last 4 years were tough
yeah,
on everybody.
yeah,
Even if you like the other side, like still you can't lie. It's tough on you, right? Whether it be financially, mentally, anything. A lot of shit's messed up right now.
Well, bro, nobody knew what was going on.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
none of us knew. Like you didn't get a press conference that said like, "Hey, we're doing this, we're doing this." No,
Yeah.
you got this like chick that every now and then popped up on the news. His like
Yeah,
his press lady.
yeah.
What do you call that?
Shit, dude, I don't know.
I can't think of it. His like press lady would come up, and then when she got asked the tough question, she was like, "All right, we're done," and would walk out.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. To be honest, I'm like kind of like a fake ass politics guy. You know, like I like it,
Yeah,
but I'm not like nose deep in it. My brother, big into that shit. Like he could tell you that he could answer the question you just asked me. I don't really know.
yeah.
I'm a big Trump guy. There's no hiding that. You know, MAGA hat on right now.
But I have caught myself, and I don't know if it comes with age, but dude, I have caught myself more now watching politics over and over.
Oh yeah, I watch like the clips online, but if you'll never catch my ass like sitting there watching Fox News all day, I'll never do that.
No, you
But
can't.
like I'll see like Trump speaking, whatever, and I always saw the Biden just lit off another 89 billion to Ukraine, whatever shit.
Oh, bro, all these. I don't know if you've seen this, but like
Doge.
all these things are coming out, dude.
Yeah.
That's like what all this money is being spent on.
Yeah,
Like they're getting straight
50 million for condoms going to Afghanistan. Did you hear about that? I mean, it's crazy. I get it, but I don't know. At the end of the day, we're kind of like we're out of it. No matter what we say or what we do.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah,
there's more that goes into it than we know, but
Yeah.
it's definitely fucked up. But let me ask you this: so you're a big Trump guy, politics, Joe Rogan, all that bullshit.
yeah,
Trump dies.
yeah.
Joseph Webb is now the president of the United States. In the state we're in now, what's your first move? I'm not saying what you're eating for dinner that night. I'm saying what is your first move as president of this country?
Dang, man.
Realistically.
I think that it would be, but truthfully, I want to. The reason it's hard for me to say that is because there's a lot of the shit that's happening like right now
Yeah.
that Trump's doing
Yeah.
that I almost would be like, that's the same crap I would do. Common sense, bro.
Okay.
Common sense.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the one that pisses me off the worst,
Let's hear it.
like, dude, when they got it, like, I don't know if you watched the Pete Hegseth thing where he was, where they were like trying to nominate or swear him in. Can't think of the term for that. They were like in front of the Senate or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm an awful politician, but
Yeah, I don't fucking know. Honestly.
anyway, he was trying to tell them, he was like, it's common sense to know that we need standards in the military,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Yes, I understand. You want women in combat sport or in combat jobs. That's fine.
Okay.
But
So you're against women in the military?
no. So
Oh.
listen. So that's what they did to him, bro.
Yeah.
So
They hit you with the hard questions.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not that you're against people or women in the military. It's hold them to the same standards as they're going to hold the men
Oh
because
wow. So you're saying they got it easier.
100%.
So you're out in
Bro.
those, those field trainings you tell me all about.
Yes.
So you're out there busting your ass, but Lily over there,
Let me put it like this for you.
she gets if she wants to walk back to the tent.
Let
she
me
can.
let me put it like this.
Okay.
All right. You're out on patrol, right?
Okay, like for bad guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're out on patrol. You're deployed. You're out on patrol. You go down. You get shot,
Oh shit.
right?
Okay.
Do you want this person over here that can grab you and get you the hell out of Dodge so you like stay alive.
Yeah, of course.
That'll pick your ass up and carry you to
Yeah.
safety, right?
Yeah, for sure. Who wouldn't?
So do I. Exactly. That's my whole point. So what Pete Hegseth was trying to argue, it's not that women can't be in the military.
You just can't have on the front lines fighting.
No. And they can, but they have to hold the same standard as what the male holds.
Well, what do you mean by that then? Like, what you just said, it sounds like you're saying, like, you get shot.
No.
You're partnered up with a girl. You're fucked. You're dying in Afghanistan that day.
So there might be a woman that can do that.
That pick you up and bring you to the tent.
There might be a woman that can do that.
Okay.
And that's all he's trying to say, man.
And people get upset about that.
They get upset about that.
Of course, dude. You can't say shit like that these days.
Dude,
people freak out about that.
Pisses me off, man.
Yeah. It's just where we live in, bro.
Half the shit that's going on, dude, is like a fantasy. And I said this on the last podcast. It's like we live in this freaking where we pretend like stuff doesn't really happen that's actually happening.
Okay.
It's nuts, dude. But we got Daddy back though.
Yeah.
Daddy D's back in the house.
So you wouldn't do anything?
Dude.
Kind of danced around it.
Oh,
Could be fucking anything,
man.
bro. Come up with something. You can't come up with nothing?
I think, my opinion.
Yeah.
After seeing the amount of money that's been like
gone,
it's like just like blew in the air for nothing.
Yeah.
Why do I have to pay taxes?
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like it's kind of crazy how you got to pay taxes on the money you make, taxes on the money or the house you buy, the shit you buy, and then, you know, it's like a never-ending cycle.
And I pay taxes to put it back in society, right?
Yeah, and then it's bullshit. There ain't nothing good with society right now.
Well, it's been given to somebody else in another country.
Exactly.
Instead of taking care. That's okay.
Yeah.
You're asking what would I do?
Yeah, well, you're the president, dude.
I would take care of my people first.
I couldn't agree more.
My people first.
Fuck everybody that don't live in this country. Not racist. That's
No.
not racist.
No.
I'm saying, like, I agree. Like, dude, it sucks. You know, most homeless people, not that I really care about homeless people that much, but, like, most homeless people are on drugs. That's not a secret. You know, they're fucked in the head 9 times out of 10, right? But, like, I think we should try to, they're still American most of the time. We should try to help them rather than giving money to some fucked up country 5,000 miles away that has never done shit for us. So that's actually hilarious. It's like this podcast went a totally different direction. It's like, all right, let's get canceled real quick. Let's get some canceled.
I'm good with it. I'm good with it. No,
I'm kidding. I didn't say nothing bad. But yeah, I feel
there's one thing you're
gonna
learn. There's one thing you're gonna learn on this podcast.
Oh yeah.
We talk the truth.
Talk the truth.
We just talk the truth, man.
Okay.
It's I don't care if it hurts your feelings.
Sure.
If it's the truth. And if you were to say something to me that hurt my feelings, but it was the right thing, I might not like it, but it's the truth. And it needs to be said.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, if I was president, I'd probably do the same thing. Like I said, I would probably, you know, really fix America and make and it's great. I mean, as much as we'll sit here and cry and bitch, it's still great. You know, it's still awesome. Yeah. But like, there's some shit that needs to be worked out. You know, but yeah, I don't know. Imagine being the president of the United States, like Trump, dude. He was the president. Loses, you know, on some bullshit. Let's just make that known.
Yeah.
Then gets arrested. They make him go to Fulton County Jail, dude, which is here where we live, which is a terrible fucking jail to go to, which he didn't get the real experience. It's not like he was in there on the block with the boys, but they make his ass in his suit, one of his custom Trump suits, go to that damn jail just so they can get a picture of him in a mugshot. Goes viral for all the wrong reasons. People loved it. Comes back and not only wins this election, smacked the shit out of the left, which Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, whoever. Killed him. Wasn't even close. It was like a first-round knockout.
Did you know that mugshot is hanging?
Yeah, I saw that shit. That's fine.
In the White House?
It's like a that's like a history book picture. It's, you know, whatever. History book isn't even a thing probably anymore. But that's like some shit you'll never forget, right?
No.
It's like some history shit. You know, like I'm relatively younger. I'm getting older, but like a lot of shit happened back in the day that you hear about growing up in school. Like that happened way back. People getting shot, blah, blah, blah. It's like you don't really care about it, but it's like, oh, that happened. This is one of those things. And and he's back. But just imagine like his first day back in that Oval Office. So it's probably got to be so cool, for him.
I couldn't imagine.
He's probably pretty numb to it though, because like
He is.
he's like the most famous person in the world, right?
Well, it's like he said. I heard him say the other day that this time it was better because he knew who he wanted on his side. He didn't know a lot going into the
Pence
first
ended up
one.
fading his ass, right?
Yeah,
Like saying
yeah.
he's a piece of shit or whatever.
Yeah. Now he has
Fuck
the right
Pence.
people
Yeah.
with the same agenda on his side.
Yeah.
That's like, yo, we're done with the bullshit.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, I see like all this shit about Elon Musk. They're torching his ass,
Yeah.
bro.
yeah.
Bad. Like he's got 13 kids or some crazy shit.
You don't like the truth.
Oh,
He's
I don't know.
bringing out the truth. People don't like
I
that.
don't got no problem with him.
Bro, so what's happened is the Democrats have swung everything they had, like I'm talking like shot every bullet they have, literally.
Oh, they tried so hard, dude.
Bro, to destroy
millions of dollars, bro.
To
down the drain.
destroy, bro. To destroy.
They tried killing him. How about that? The
Yeah.
motherfucker got shot in the head, dude. I'll never forget that. That was on a Saturday, bro. I
Dude.
just left the dealership. My brother calls me. I'm about to get in the shower. There was a fight on that night. I was going down in the Battery, I believe. I'm about to get in the shower. My brother calls me. He never calls me. Like 3 times a year, he'll call me. He's calling me. I'm like, what? Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? They fucking shot Trump. What? What are you talking? He's like, Trump just got shot in the head. I'm like, oh shit. And then I open my phone immediately and see he's okay. But like, dude, how crazy. That
Nuts.
kid that was on that roof was like that close from taking out
Yeah.
the most influential president of all time.
Yeah.
You see what that kid fucking looked like too?
Oh yeah.
Operating an AR-15 on a roof? How the hell does that even happen? A little scrawny, nerdy computer kid gets past the damn Secret Service, cops, snipers.
He's literally up here on this roof, and he's
Bro pulled up with a fucking like A-frame ladder too to get on that roof.
Yeah.
How the hell how do you not notice like, hey, what that guy looks a little weird. What the hell is he doing here with a ladder?
It just goes back to the point, like,
Yeah, it's got to be planned. 100%.
bro, it's crazy.
100%
Well,
planned.
what I was getting to is like they threw everything they had at Trump for the past 8 years.
Yeah.
Everything.
Uh-huh.
Right. And it didn't work.
Yeah.
Man still won.
Dude, I know.
But what happened, bro, the people in America seen through the bullshit.
Yeah.
They seen it. It's common sense.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You see this president accused of so many things,
Oh, yeah, the
over and
sexual
over and
harassment
over.
bullshit.
and
yeah.
eventually you're watching media going, y'all are just reaching.
Yeah.
Like y'all were just like
Yeah.
y'all were digging up some dumb shit, you know?
And it's crazy how like, so obviously like, you're Republican, right? You think like in your mind, how the hell could anyone ever be Democrat, right? And you think they don't exist. Then you see them out in public and shit, and you're like, oh my
Yeah.
God, it's real. Like,
Well,
they're-
bro, Democrats, it used to not be what it is now. It's turned
yeah, I
into
know.
something crazy.
like gangs, bro. Like,
Yeah,
you're on
dude.
are you on our side or not?
I mean, it used to be
Which
like,
I'm not like that. Like I said, I care, but I don't at the same time. Does that make sense?
yeah, I mean, it used to be kind of like, we don't care about the trees, and then they're like, oh, but we care about the trees. You know, it used to be dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
Dude, they're going outside the box now, bro. Like some crazy stuff. Like, I mean, we watched it for the past 4 years, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're obviously blind.
Yeah, I mean, some people are checked out. And that's the crazy thing, too, is like Kamala Harris, like all her, not all of them, I guess, but like a lot of her votes are like blind ass voters. Not like literally blind, but like
Yeah.
people don't give a shit about it. Like they're not even clicked in with anything. And they're like, I'm voting for, you know? You know?
Right. I heard she's running for like California now.
Oh, she'll win that
governor
shit
or
for
something.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the California governor's fucking awful, dude.
Yeah.
So she'll win that.
I don't know why that state hasn't been like cut with a butcher's knife and just like scraped off somewhere.
It is weird. Like Dana White talks about all the time. Like 20 years ago, California was the place, dude. Like so nice.
I've always wanted to go see it.
It's a shithole, bro.
Is it?
Dude, stay away from Cali. I mean, not all of it, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's some good snowboarding spots that like there's some good things about it, but
Yeah.
like, a lot of people, like especially from like this side of the country, like it'd be cool to go to like LA, right? And see like where movies were shot and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But dude, LA, like I've never been to Brazil, but it's like probably on par with like a third world country. Like it's that fucked.
Yeah, there's just like people all out on the side of the roads, I've heard.
No,
They're
yeah,
just
it's crazy to think because there's so much money
intense
there.
and shit.
There's
Yeah.
so much money there, but there's not at the same time. It'll blow your mind. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's so common for you to see like Ferraris everywhere and all this money, and then you come down to the bottom of the hill where like the city is, bro. It's bad. It's fucking ugly. It's dangerous. What it is, honestly. But
I tell you what it reminds me of. I think I've got the video on my phone, so if I do,
dude, I was talking about this today. Yes,
So-
shit is hilarious.
so if I had this video on my phone, I'll try to overlay it on the podcast. But
Yeah.
so you're talking about like we were talking about like all the crazy stuff in California and like all the homeless and things like that.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll never forget when I lived in Nashville. And you know the story, but I want everybody else to hear it.
Yeah.
I'm driving downtown Nashville and I look over
Yeah.
and there's this car lot. Bro, there's this homeless guy
Yeah.
with his pants, bro, to his knees, shitting on the hood of this car.
And the funny thing is like that's hilarious from the stuff. But what makes this video that he's talking about so funny is you commentating the fucking video. This guy's taking a shit on a fucking brand new car. It's so funny the fact that it is, but but yeah.
You want to talk about seeing some crazy stuff? Nashville's another
Yeah,
one.
bro, it is bad. Low key.
Yeah.
You get off Broadway, it's rough on some of those streets, you know, a lot of crazy people.
Atlanta's like that. I mean, Atlanta's.
Yeah.
Atlanta's-
Atlanta's ghetto. Like if you go down
That's
the
what I
wrong
was getting
road
to,
in
yeah.
Atlanta, it's not homeless. It's just like a bad part of town, right?
Yeah.
But like the homeless people in Atlanta, honest to God, like I don't go down there anymore at all. But when I was
Mhm.
younger, dude, I'll go down there fucking every week. And you know, it's I never had an encounter with like a homeless person at once. They're kind of minding their own business, to be honest. They're like all usually either drugged out of their mind or like just been on the streets for years and they kind of don't mess with you, really. I've never had it.
Me and Megan were driving on the road the other day, and I had this dude. He just was walking down the side of the road, and he decided to just show me a bird, bro.
I love that, dude.
And then he goes out in the road where we like go by, and I look in the mirror, and this dude's going down there like he's walking out in the middle of the road,
Yeah,
just hanging people birds.
yeah,
Just,
yeah.
and I was like, how? Oh my god!
Homeless people's like a whole other thing because it's like there's so many different levels to it, right? Like there's like the new homeless guy, like maybe dabble with a little drugs, but he ain't that bad off yet.
Yeah.
But you know, I actually just went to Vegas not long ago, and one thing like I'll get in an Uber and I'll chop shit with the Uber driver if they're like, you know, can speak English. A lot of them nowadays don't even fucking speak English anymore. But I'll chop shit with the Uber driver, and I had this one guy. He was so cool, and a lot of them notice like random fucking facts about where you are. This dude was telling me in Vegas, like over 60-something% of the homeless people are like mentally insane because they're so strung off drugs. And I'm like, damn, that sucks. Then you go down there, bro, fucking tweakers, bad, like really bad. Like, like no matter the time of day you walk out there, they're out there and they don't really bother you. But like, dude, they're out of their fucking mind, like screaming and doing all kinds of crazy stuff and just up to no good. It's kind of sad, but pretty wild to think about. Like over 60% of them are just gone.
And I know that mental health has a lot to do with it. I'm definitely not trying not to be a dick here. Like I know a lot of it has to do with mental health. But some of it, dude, like dude taking the shit on that car.
This shit is hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it is pretty wild. It's like imagine being like a homeless person in like I don't know, like Minnesota where it's freezing cold. Like right now, being a homeless person, like, bro, I mean, that sucks.
Dude.
Not laughing, like, sorry, homeless guy, but still, like, that's crazy.
It's awful. It's
But
absolutely.
at the end of the day, you could sit here and be like, oh no, but dude, they put themselves there, bro. That's the ugly truth. You don't just fucking spawn homeless. I mean, I guess you could if like your dad was homeless and you get for whatever.
I agree with you. I mean, I feel like if it's you got the mental health aspect of it first and foremost, so that is sad in its own. But then there's like you said, there's a lot of people that like
they just spiral out of control.
not everybody has the mental problems, right?
No,
then you got
gain them.
Then you got the other ones, and it's like,
dude, you can get it from a lot of shit.
it's like, man.
And it's funny is like you meet them and they all have that same generic ass story, like my house burnt down, lost everything, or this happened to me. But at the end of the day, like, look, man, I know it's tough, whatever, and people are gonna be like, oh, this kid's an asshole for saying this. But think about it like this: if you're homeless, right? They want to be out there, bro. Think about it. Would you want to sleep on the pine straw right now? I'm not saying you got to have a nice house like this, but dude, it's pretty attainable to get a really bad trailer and a job at McDonald's or with a landscaping company, bro. You're telling me people could come here from another country with nothing and build a life, but you can't?
That was my argument.
Yeah,
that was
you know
my
what I'm saying?
argument.
Like, dude, I don't want to hear the bullshit excuse.
There's some people out there that, like, have you, like, especially you're driving down the road.
Yeah. I got a good story about this. Keep going.
You're driving down the road and there's, like, people just holding signs begging for money.
Yeah.
And
they just want money, bro. They don't want nothing else.
Right. I can't help but be a dick, but it's like, I know you're standing here begging for money, and you're probably hungry, but I've also gave money to somebody and watched them walk into a fucking liquor store, dude.
No, I got a better one for you.
Like, you might be standing on the road asking for money, but, I mean, have you took that time maybe to go and try to get a job?
That's when I said they want to be out there, bro. That's just their life. Listen to this story. This is pretty crazy, and then we'll get off the homeless shit. So I grew up with a guy, right? My friend Noah. Shout out Noah. His family, very well off, bro. His mom, chiropractor, owns several chiropractic offices. They're doing extremely well, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And she's religious, bro. She's like all about church and family and all that shit, his mom. So one night, like on Black Friday, so the day after Thanksgiving, like maybe 3 years ago, they're at Crossroads, dude, right by our fucking house. So one, that's not an area where homeless people linger really much.
Yeah.
They're at that Mexican restaurant right by that Kroger. I don't know the name of it. We'll just call it a Mexican restaurant. They go in there, eat Mexican, and they see a guy. It's raining. It's cold and rainy.
Mm-hmm.
They see a guy laying on the pine straw in the parking lot with like a sign is like, you know, the typical bless me, God bless me, give me money bullshit, right? So Amy, her name's Amy, his mom, feels so bad for this dude. Like I said, she's pretty well off. So she wakes the guy up, says, hey, I really want to help you and change your life. Get in the car with me. I'm going to get you a hotel room for 2 weeks. Because, you know, she was asking him, like, what's going on? He's like, I can't get on my feet, blah, 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 blah. They go to Ackworth, get this dude. I mean, it's not the Four Seasons, but, you know, it's a fucking place to stay and, you know, help out, whatever. So they get him this room and like, hey, we're going to be back in about an hour. We're going to bring you all our leftovers from our huge Thanksgiving dinner. We had turkey, name it, all kinds of food, bro. Turkey, mac and cheese, a fucking huge spread, right? So they do it. He's like, oh, thank you. You changed my life. I'm going to get back. I'm going to get a job. I'm going to do all this shit, right? So they did it for about 2 weeks, like the hotel room. So they set him up with the food. They set him up with the hotel. Everything's cool. Maybe like 5 days go by, and they say, you know, let's go check on old buddy, see how he's doing. Bro, they pull up. There's like 5 homeless people in that motherfucker. All the food they brought him, they didn't even touch. It's just sitting there with like maggots all over it. They didn't even eat it. Bro, there's like Swiss roll cakes and shit everywhere, bottles of liquor everywhere. They gave him a little bit of money, so I think they gave him like $500. I don't remember the number of money. They gave him some money, some startup money. And dude, they bought a bunch of liquor and fucking junk food with it. Didn't even touch the beautiful Thanksgiving spread that they brought him. And he's like, let's call him Travis. Travis, what's going on? And he's like, oh shit, man, you know, we just been partying and we haven't had time to get back on our feet. And they're like, at that point, they're like, fuck this shit. We're never doing this again.
Well, I tell you why I feel so strongly about it sometimes. Dude, we grew up rough, man.
Yeah.
Like we
sure.
did. Me and my brothers and my mom, dude, we grew up rough.
Yeah, so you can appreciate
food
like,
pantries and shit.
Yeah.
We grew up rough.
Yeah.
And I watched my mom
bust her ass,
dude, and like was counting pennies, bro. I'm talking about like the end of the month.
Yeah.
You're like scrouching up dollar bills just to buy a little box of hamburger helper so we could eat that night.
Yeah.
And dude, at 16 years old, I had a job to help my mother.
Yeah.
And that's my argument behind it. Is like we were down too.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Like we were down.
Yeah.
We lost everything. My mom is. I mean, it's
it's fucked,
dude. I mean, I've watched car after car break down. I've watched my mom lose things. I've watched bills go bad. I've watched, hey, how are we going to pay the mortgage this month?
Yeah.
But we made it happen.
Exactly.
You had to figure it out.
Exactly. So like when you're so far gone like that, sleeping in the pine straw and wearing the same pants every day, don't bother you.
Could you imagine? Probably though. Could you
picture me in the fucking woods, bro? You ever? you just me just pouring up every day. Like, what's up, Joe? You know, like,
could you imagine though, like the amount of imagine just being that free.
Dude, it fucking sucks.
I bet it sucks, but could you imagine just like the no worry part besides like putting a little food in your mouth?
Dude, what do you mean? Like, it's, yeah, I guess no worries, but like that shit's miserable, bro. But they just adapt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
That shit sucks. But again, when you're so strung out on drugs, you don't know that.
Yeah.
You just gotta get your next time. And they result to doing terrible things.
Anyway.
But okay, fuck the homeless shit. But yeah, okay. So let me ask you this, dude. You're 31, you said, right?
Yeah.
31 years old. So when do you think, at what age do you think you'll die? Like, naturally, I'm not saying like, you could get in your car tomorrow and fucking die, but I'm saying, when do you think you'll die? What age?
Well, I had an insurance agent the other day, like a life insurance agent.
Yeah.
And I guess they like look at
Statistics,
medical records and statistics and figure out like when somebody's gonna die.
Yeah.
She told me 67.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay. I was like,
so what's crazy about that, right? So if you're 31, 67, so you're lived about 48% of your life.
I'm over the halfway mark.
You're just about, right? You're flirting with it. In your life, you lived about halfway. What if you could go back in your life and change something, good or bad? What would you change?
I would have really tried in school.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I really would have.
Okay.
I think I would have tried in school and I would have really searched. And I don't regret my military time. I think it's very important. Yeah. You have to do it for this country. Not everybody does it, but it's very important. There has to be people that want to do it.
Yeah.
So I don't regret that. But I think I'd tried a little harder in school to have possibly went to college for something.
Okay.
Just for that whole like college experience would have been cool.
Yeah.
I mean, your brother went to Alabama. That had to be freaking sick.
Awesome. Yeah, I know. It was awesome for him. He's almost done now, but yeah.
And even when I was in the Army, I think there was a lot of stuff within that I wish I would have tried a little harder at. Like went to some more schools, tried, we'll go to airborne school.
Yeah.
Maybe go to Ranger school. Like tried for all those things.
Okay.
But when you're in the mix of it, I think once you get so much bad leadership, they just kind of like it ruins you and kind of like.
Well, it's like with time too. You can look back on things like, shit, I should have did something different.
When
it's
you're
harder
in the moment,
to do when you're in the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I think that. I mean, I look at it as I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't do what I did. But I think if there was anything, I probably would have cared about school a little more and not just been like, I just want to graduate and get out of here. You know?
For sure. I hear you. Okay. Well,
what about you?
Me? If I can change something? If I could change something in my trajectory in my life, I would probably, this is pretty generic, just kind of like you, like, I probably would have at least tried to do better in school. It's not that I'm dumb. I actually, this is going to sound fucked. I actually think I'm pretty smart, honestly. But I just never cared to do good, Like, I was always, like, in and out type shit. So maybe fix that. But, I guess I wish I could maybe, like, branched out a little differently where like when I turned 18 like moved to a different city or something at that age. Like now I'm still young, like people listening that are like maybe 60 years old, maybe someone you relative years or something like you're young as hell, go do it. But it's like, nah man, I'm locked in on the dealership life, like I'm not doing that shit at the end of the day. So that's something maybe if I could change I'd probably do it, but yeah, that's probably what I would change. Maybe a little nicer to people, too. I was kind of a fucking dickhead back in the day.
Oh, red.
Nah, I wasn't, like, mean to people for no reason, but, like, I won't lie, bro. Like, in my younger days, like, it's low-key hell on wheels for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, dude, we all were, man.
Yeah, so I'd probably change a few things in those sense, but nah.
Except my wife, she told me this. She's like, I never got in trouble. My parents didn't have to tell me to do my homework.
Yeah.
I just did it,
Yeah.
She was a good kid.
I hear you. So you get in trouble. Have you ever been in trouble in your life ever? I'm not talking about at school or something like that. You ever been arrested or anything like that?
No, I really haven't.
Never had any trouble.
No, I was always like, I raised hell, but like I call it a professional hell raiser.
Oh.
Like I was smart with it.
Okay.
Maybe.
Sure.
Definitely didn't drink and drive.
Yeah, that's stupid.
My grandparents were killed by drunk drivers,
wow.
man. Like,
Sucks.
screw all that,
Yeah, it's always fucked with that because the person that's hammered always like gets off skull free, you know? Like they'll get in trouble, but I'm saying like they're not the ones that die. It's always the people that had no business.
I remember this one time when I was like 16 years old. My bicycle chain kept popping off. Right?
Oh, that's a bitch, yeah.
Dude, it kept popping off, right?
When you were 16?
Yeah, dude. No, I'm probably not 16. I was probably like 13 or 14.
Okay, I was
whatever.
like, damn, riding a bike at 16
Still
is kind
out
of
riding
crazy.
a mongoose, baby.
Yeah.
No. So my chain kept popping off, dude, and I carried a wrench in my pocket because I kept having to like scoot the back wheel back a little bit to tighten it up and then tighten the wheel back up.
Okay, mobile mechanic.
So that was happening. That kept happening. And there was one day that it pissed me off. And you know, like when you're pedaling and your chain pops off, it's just like your pedal just slams forward. It like hurts.
Hell yeah.
So that happened, and I had that wrench in my pocket, dude, and I gotta get off the bicycle, and I start beating the stop sign. I just like crossed from my house, and for some reason, I don't know why I started beating this stop sign.
Yeah.
It was like, pow, pow, pow. Whoop, whoop.
No way.
There was a cop, like, right there. I had no idea.
Yeah.
He was like, whoop, whoop. Pulls up. Hey, son.
The hell you doing, boy?
Why you beating the hell out of that stop sign? I don't know why I said this.
Oh, would you tell him to go fuck himself?
I don't know why I said this, dude. It's the dumbest thing.
Okay.
I said, I'm trying to get my wrist back in place. My wrist has popped out. I'm hitting the side.
That's a good answer, Loki. It's not bad.
It's like an off the fly, 14, 15-year-old move. Just
that's good, honestly. That's not bad.
I tried coming up with something.
Wow.
He was like, stop hitting the sign, son. Got it, and just, rolled on. But and then there was this time that me and my cousins used to like, so my house was here, and then it kind of like the hill kind of went up and met the road.
Yeah, so it's like a little gully.
Yeah.
Got it.
And dude, we'd like lay at the bottom of that, cars come by, and we'd peg them with pine cones.
Pine cones?
Pine cones, bro.
Okay.
And there was finally this time this car stopped.
Oh, shit. What happened?
I'm going to get you little shits. And they went to my door of my mom's house.
No
and
shit.
It's like knocks on the door.
Oh, God.
We already like hightailed it, dude. We're in the woods. And there was no cell phones. My mom couldn't call us, and I heard her, dude, yelling, Joseph. So we come up there, we go in the house, dude. I got my ass beat, bro.
Oh, God.
She had me and my cousins bent over the bed with a belt, dude, just whelping us.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy. That's funny. Yeah, I've never been in trouble with any police either. I've been pulled over.
That's shocking.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, it's a fucking criminal?
No, you tell me all these stories, dude.
Nah, I've never been arrested ever. I've never been in any trouble. I'll tell you this. I've been pulled over probably like 6 times for stupid shit, and 5 out of the 6 were from Georgia State Patrol. And dude, they have always been so cool to me. Like, I've never had like there's been situations where they could have been a real dickhead to me, but they weren't. When the one time I get pulled over by Paulding County Sheriff, bro, I get all these fucking stupid tickets for the dumbest shit in the world. I was going like 7 over in a neighborhood, bro, and they're hitting me with all this crazy shit. Like I was going by a park, so it's like something to do with kids. I don't even fucking know, but ridiculous. But other than that, no, I never really been in any trouble.
Wow.
Yeah, I've had some close calls for sure, but nothing crazy.
Figured. All right, let's do a pop quiz here.
Pop quiz, okay.
Let's do a pop quiz. You ready?
Yeah.
Favorite pizza?
My favorite pizza?
Favorite frozen pizza?
Dude, I've never ate frozen pizza.
What?
Yeah, I was never a frozen pizza guy.
Oh my god!
I've ate the fucking DiGiorno and the pizza rolls.
Okay, so
I never ate that shit.
DiGiorno?
Sure.
Would that be your favorite?
I've had it maybe once or twice.
Coke or Pepsi?
Oh, Diet Coke.
Diet Coke,
Doesn't even
baby.
fucking compare.
DC. He puts lemonade in his
DCL,
Diet
baby.
Coke.
Yeah.
DCL.
Yeah. Okay.
Country or rap?
I'm not a big music guy. I could live without music. I guess I'll pick rap just because like I grew up listening to it, but like I don't even listen to music at all. Like maybe 10 minutes out of my day, or let's say 20 minutes out of my day, I listen to music every day, going to and from work. But I listen to a little bit of everything. But I know more rap songs than I do country. That's what I'll say.
Beach or the snow?
I'm not a big beach guy. I like the beach, but like going, you know.
Yeah.
I'll say beach because I've been to the beach a million times, right? I've been to snow plenty too, though.
Really?
I love the snow trips, but
What's your favorite city?
my favorite city? Las Vegas, Nevada. I love Vegas.
Boy, roll some dice.
Yeah, I enjoy going to
You're
Vegas.
a big gambler, huh?
Yeah. Recreationally. Some people, like for you, like you and Jordan will give me shit about it. You don't even know. Like, there's people way crazier than me. I'm pretty, like, low level still.
Oh, dude, I used to watch, my mom used to date this guy. I used to watch him go in gas station buy whole rolls.
See, I've never done no crazy shit like that.
Dude would buy a whole roll of lottery tickets.
Yeah, like lottery tickets, like growing up, for like Christmas and stuff. Like I have lottery tickets in my stocking, so I grew up scratching them shits when I was a little kid with my dad. And my dad, if we won the money, he'd give it to me, whatever. So like when we go get breakfast, I'll grab one if we're there. I'm not crazy with it like that. And I grew up loving sports, so I worked at a fucking Chinese food restaurant, and they taught me how to gamble there when I was like 16 on football and stuff like that. So it's just nice, you know. You watch the Sunday football, you put a little wager on it, makes you more entertained and engaged.
You used to work for a like a hibachi restaurant.
Yeah.
What? So you've told me some of those stories. Like those dudes are nuts. Like they're just some of them are really cool.
Oh, great people. But you be blown away the shit that goes on in these restaurants, bro. Blown away. From drugs to like crazy illegals fucking working but good people.
Didn't you say like all of them would live in like the same house?
Yeah, so like anyone listening, I'll out them. I don't give a shit. Like a lot of these hibachi restaurants, the person that owns the restaurant, which is only one guy for like 90% of the restaurants around here that are hibachi are owned by one person.
Oh.
So he also low-key is like a real estate guy, and he owns all these houses, and all these people that work for him live in the house for free. And they stay there like 30 days, or let's say 28 days out of the month, and they go home for 2 days to their house, which they don't have. Most, like the Spanish folks, they live there full time. But like the Asians, some of them do have like a rental house in Duluth that they go to on Sundays. Like every other Sunday. That's when they get off, every other Sunday. Isn't that crazy? They
Holy
work.
crap.
They only get 2 days off a month. It's real, bro.
No way.
They're cool with it, though.
What do they do? Like the hibachi chefs.
What do you mean?
So what do they do back in the back? Like are they just
beer
are they
and
just,
liquor? And
I was about to say,
cigarettes?
are they just back there chilling until their name gets called?
No. Like in the morning, for the most part, like they actually like, you know, like how this like the chicken's already like diced up usually, you know. They'll dice that up, they'll make the sauces, but mainly they have like a little guy, like a new guy doing all that, but they're sharpening knives. But after that, it's a lot of chilling. Like I'm not kidding, they're back there like sigging it up, pouring up Modelo's and drinking sake bombs and shit, and asking me like how the gambling started. Is like these little Asian girls that barely speak English, they would come up to me. I'm freshly 16 years old, like, you like Yankees today? Yankees win today? And I don't know shit about baseball. That's the one sport I really don't care about.
Yeah.
I keep asking, like, why the hell are you asking about the damn Yankees? It's like, oh, we bet big money. We win big money. And I'm like, oh, shit, for real? Like, let me, how do I play? And then I started winning, bro. And that's when you start to like it, you know?
Is that how you kind of got into it?
Dude, yeah. How I got into it is cool story. Nothing crazy. But again, they're asking me about all these games all the time, right? And I'm like, how do I play? You know, how do I play? And they're like, okay, you play with us, but there's 5% juice for the bookie. I didn't know what any of this shit meant. Like, what the hell does that mean? Like, if you win, we're taking 5% to give to the bookie, but they were just keeping it for themselves. Who gives a shit, right? But they asked me, like, you want to do parlay or straight bet? And I didn't know what that meant. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? They're teaching me. A parlay is where you pick several games and bet a number on it, and those games together, the odds multiply. So you can win more, but it's harder to win, right? So that's how you start out with the parlays. Like, you see it all over TV now. That's like a sucker bet. Like, parlays, you never fucking hit them.
Yeah.
But the first parlay I ever placed was a 3-leg parlay, NBA playoff parlay. $50 won me like $480. My first ever time doing this shit. It hits, dude. I'm lit, bro. I'm 16 years old. I'm at my buddy's lake house. We're watching the last game. It's like a West Coast game, so it's on late. It's summertime. We're at his lake house. Drinks, girls, you name it. We got it all. And I just hit this parlay, and I was hooked. Right? So what do? I take some of that money, I go right back the next day. I'm ready to run it back. And I won again. I won back-to-back parlay. Hit back-to-back parlays.
No way.
Bro, yes. And I'm like, damn, this is fun. And it was pretty low level, but then I still got a real job. Started working at a dealership, started making some real money.
Mm-hmm.
And then it became more of like, all right, football season, I'm putting some wagers on some stuff. I don't really bet on the UFC much anymore, but I'll bet on big basketball games, but I don't bet on them every night. I like hockey.
Dude, what's going on with our boy McGregor, man?
Oh shit.
We keep hearing all this, like,
He's
oh,
done,
he's
bro.
gone.
He's
Yeah,
done.
I think he's done too.
So the thing with him is this is the problem. He's rich, and he owns his own fighting organization now. He doesn't want anything to do with the UFC. He really doesn't. But Uncle Dana played his cards right, and he has him under contract that states he cannot fight in any organization without the UFC approval. So therefore, he can't fight in his own promotion. Like I don't know if you see the videos, he keeps saying like, I want to fight in the BKFC, all that bullshit. He's lying. He can't. He have to pay Dana a shitload of money, like in a lawsuit. And then Dana, on the other hand, will never say anything bad about McGregor because, he drives views, and he keeps teasing the fans. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back. Because the minute he says he's not coming back, McGregor's now worthless to him.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like they're kind of feeding off each other. Like McGregor's building his shit, saying he's going to fight in that. Dana's saying he's fighting the UFC, but they never fight. Like last year, they had a fight booked with Michael Chandler, and it never happened.
I was so looking forward to that fight too, man.
You don't even know, bro. I live for that shit.
God, dude, I was so looking forward to that.
It sucks to see because, man, I loved watching him fight, bro. He's the one that got me into the UFC. Like, when he was fighting, like, it was only McGregor. Like, I was that guy that I'd buy the pay-per-view and I wouldn't watch any of the fights until I would check out, damn, he's still not on. I wouldn't care about it. But now, during COVID, that's when all that shit changed for me because UFC was the only thing on during COVID.
Yeah.
So, bro, I've learned to love that stuff. And I still like it now, but I don't really get crazy with it anymore. But I really enjoy it.
I think I've always liked UFC, and shit, dude. For the longest time, I couldn't even afford a pay-per-view.
Yeah, I hear
but
you.
I
It's
grew
expensive now.
It
It's
is
$80 fucking now.
But I grew up liking UFC, and I always thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
And then when I started working with you started kind of getting that. Like I started.
It's really fun when you have someone that likes it with you.
No,
you
exactly.
You chop shit about it.
Now I'm like, okay, I'll drop $80 on it now.
Yeah, like, no, there's a big fight coming up in like 3 weeks. That's gonna be sick, dude. It's gonna be awesome.
Who is it?
You got Alex Pereira, which is like Chama Poetan, the big Brazilian guy. He's awesome. He's like my favorite fighter right now. And then he's fighting this Russian dude that's a fucking terrorist. No one likes him. But then on the undercard, like the co-main, you got Justin Gaethje. Gaethje, he's a fucking beast. And Dan Hooker, both killers.
Wow.
They're calling it this night the first fight that we'll see a death in the UFC because they're both not really, but they're both known to go in there and just leave it all in there, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen Gaethje's last couple fights.
Oh yeah,
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
He's just coming off a bad loss like last year or something like that. He got knocked out like physically unconscious.
That's when they were. Was that the fight where they were in the middle of the ring?
Yeah, where they pointed down.
They were both. It was like.
And then 1 second left, Gaethje just gets put out.
Yeah.
Like unconsciously bad. But yeah, UFC's awesome, man. I really enjoy it. It's a fun thing to get into if you can.
I kind of I mean, I've always been a huge. Same as you. Conor McGregor was kind of that dude. Like I sat in a bowling alley when I was in the Army for hours waiting on
him to fight. And
then he like knocks out Cerrone in like no time.
Dude, I know. I was lit about that though.
So
that was the first UFC fight I ever bet on. Bet on McGregor that night.
Oh really?
And he was the underdog. Yeah, because he was coming off like a 2-year layoff. And my friend that I was with, my friend Noah, the guy I was bringing up earlier with the homeless people, he hates on McGregor all the time. And he was telling me like Cowboy's gonna beat his ass. I didn't even know who Cowboy was. Nothing about him. Fuck that. McGregor's gonna put him out. Put him out in like 38 seconds. And then we went to the bars after, had a great time. Won money.
But I knew after. This is my opinion.
Yeah.
But I knew after Khabib beat him.
Yeah.
And then Dustin Poirier had beat him, and I was like, is he kind of just like, kind of phasing out a little bit?
I mean, that's just like any great like monumental fighter like that. Like he's kind of like Mike Tyson in a sense. Like Mike Tyson busts on the scene, which I wasn't alive for any of this, but I've heard about all the shit.
Yeah.
And like he was the man, but he really, if you look at his stuff, he really wasn't.
Yeah.
He was only a champion for like one fight or something crazy. Mike Tyson has never beat like a big name champion before. Never. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah. He was never like a really big decorated boxer.
Yeah,
He's just known for knocking people out and being crazy. he's got this crazy lifestyle where he's going to jail and the drugs and the whores.
Well, that was kind of the Conor McGregor thing.
Yeah. See, Conor busts on the scene. He's knocking dudes out. And
he
on
was top of that, he's hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. He's good on the mic.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, he wasn't necessarily good on the mic, but he was saying crazy shit. Like, have you ever seen that clip where he's like, he just got out of jail and like some reporter asked him something about like him raping a girl or something. He's like, "I'll fuck you in the ass, you little white boy." have you ever seen that?
No.
You got to pull that up because people think but it's a real thing. Like, he would say shit like that. So people are like, holy shit, like bust on to this, especially in those times, it's fucking crazy to say that shit. But yeah, it's fucking sweet. But nah, he's done. He'll never come back. We just got to be fans of him and his past.
And just watch his replays on YouTube and watch funniest moments.
Dude, I know.
Break out the red panties.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that fucking hilarious?
The one I could watch 1,000,000 times, dude. He said that. I don't know the dude's name, but he was like up here behind him. He was like, what is he like? This dude knocks people out. I put people to sleep. Or something.
Jeremy Stevens. Like, I'm the hardest one hitting 145 all time. He's like, who the fuck is that guy? Yeah, that's awesome.
That's the one, bro.
And that's where he said the red panty night to Eddie Alvarez.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's like, because Eddie Alvarez was like, "You're lucky I'm even fighting you," and he's like, "I'm lucky." He goes, "You went home and told your wife, break out the red panties. McGregor chose us," which is true, bro. Like, not to a sense, but like, think about it. Like Dustin Poirier, he's been around forever. People love him, but if he never fought McGregor, bro, no one would care about him.
Yeah.
Same with Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz would be a fucking nobody without McGregor.
Dude, Nate Diaz is one of those that.
He sucked, bro.
Yeah, I just can't.
He's just the only thing Nate Diaz is known for is beating Conor McGregor one time, fucking 10 years ago, and then he's also known for getting his ass beat the whole fight and still coming back out and fighting.
Yes,
and he has not won shit. He's never been a champ.
He's
never even been nothing. Actually, no, yeah, he's never been champ because Nate Diaz and McGregor fought at a catchweight, I think.
All I've ever got from him was,
and he flicks people off in the fight.
That's hilarious.
Compton or Stockton.
But what sticks out to me about him is, dude, you can beat his ass, bro.
He's tough. He's fucking tough. You ain't putting him away.
No.
Nah, he's only got put away one time.
But you watch him fight, bro. It's so like he looks like me fighting.
He's trolling. Yeah, he's a troll.
Yeah.
Like he'll do all that. Him and his brother both were known for that. His brother was good though back in the day, but he got popped for like smoking weed and
like how us rednecks go out and we just look like so like. Yeah. We're just going for blood. We don't know what we're doing. We're just going for blood.
Well, he's actually pretty good at
That's
jiu-jitsu.
what he reminds me of.
Yeah, he just takes a beating, bro, and it's like tries to keep going, but doesn't work out for him most of the time. But he's done now. Fuck Nate Diaz. But yeah, no, it's fun. It's fun.
It's a great sport.
Let me ask you this. So like, you say you're born in Florida. You lived in Georgia your whole life, mainly, right?
Yeah.
In Nashville for a stint.
Uh-huh.
Actually, let me get into that. Let's talk about old Joe Webb, the music stinger guy.
Yeah.
At what point, like, what the hell made you want to start making music? Like, I started, with the sports because someone put me on with it. Like, what made you just like, I want to be a country music singer?
So my dad played.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of remember, I didn't know my dad very much, but the parts that I did know of him, he did play music and he was good.
Sure.
And his sister played, which was my aunt. She played and she gave me my first guitar.
Okay.
It was an old Washburn acoustic guitar. She gave it to me.
Sweet.
At the time, me and my cousin, we inseparable, right? And he had kind of like fiddled with some music a little bit growing up. And I went to him. I was like, dude, I got a new guitar, man. I don't know how to play it, but
he taught you?
But I told him, I was like, let's learn how to play it. He's like, okay.
He didn't even know.
No.
So you both learned together.
Bro, he got on YouTube and would like, this is back, this wasn't even YouTube. He would get on Google and type in like G chord and it would like show like how you make it. He would learn it and then teach me. Okay. Right? So he would teach me. First song I learned, Wagon Wheel. I'm sure you know what Wagon Wheel is.
Yeah.
First song I ever learned how to play.
Shellen?
No. That's Old Crow Medicine Show, and then Darius Rucker did a cover of it. But
I've heard it in like bars and shit.
Yeah. First song, Rock Me Mama Like a Wagon.
Yeah. Okay.
So he taught me that, and then I started like learning more. Then I kind of started, I was like, these people write songs, so let me try that, you know?
Yeah.
So I started trying to write songs and kind of started really loving the words of music. Does that make sense? Like you start, like some people hear music and it's just music. That's what they hear is just the music.
Yeah, I'm
Probably
one of those,
you.
I don't care about
You
music
like, you
at
know, the
all.
music's there, but it's kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
Me, I'm like analyzing what they're saying. I'm like breaking it down.
I got you.
Right?
Sure.
So that's kind of what got me into the songwriting. But I started out just playing, man, sucking, posting these shitty videos on Facebook, just awful.
Okay.
Had a couple other buddies that played. We tried making a little band. You know, it's called the Raising Cane Band.
The Raising Cane Band.
Yeah, man.
What the fuck was that stuff from? Do you like the food?
I don't even know, bro.
Okay.
Don't even know.
So
something we came up with.
You learn how to play, right?
Yeah.
And then I've heard all about it. You moved to fucking Nashville. We've all heard it, right? So you're in Nashville. You're playing. You're learning. You're perfecting it, right? And I know shit didn't work out, whatever. But in that point when you're in Nashville, was there ever a time where you like felt like, dude, holy shit, I might be a country music singer for real?
Yeah.
You know, like people like, I'm not obviously like, you're not like famous type shit.
Well, you know, it's like,
but like, was there ever like a path where you're like, yo, I'm about to start making money from this shit and like blowing up?
Some things started happening and it started feeling good. You know, you're writing some good songs and you're hanging out with the right people.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of it in Nashville is hanging out with the right people, dude. Networking, that's a big thing. So
I feel like it's that damn social
then
media
you start getting into these writing rooms like these other dudes that have wrote big songs. The next thing you know, because they've wrote big songs, your song is getting heard.
Yeah.
So that kind of started, and then I wrote a song that was on America's Got Talent.
That's pretty cool.
That started like.
Was that a cool feeling?
That gave you
that?
Oh, dude. Yeah, this little country boy from White, Georgia, dude. That was
White, Georgia.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Okay.
And then you know, you just start gaining that, and then you start getting more confidence.
Yeah.
You know, and then the more you play, dude, it's just like you grow with it, you know?
Yeah.
And I went back active duty, so I ended up leaving Nashville.
No, yeah, I got that. But I'm saying, like, you know, was there ever like a real moment where you're like, wow, holy shit, I might be a country music singer for real?
Well, you can't see yourself do anything else.
Yeah.
I didn't ever see myself do anything else, so it was like, do it.
So when you were there, you were locked in.
You were locked in. You were like, I'm here. And there was a song that was out for a long time. Wasn't on the radio or anything, but it was a song by Lady Antebellum, or Charles Kelly from Lady Antebellum. It's called I'm Never Leaving Nashville.
Okay.
And it was like losing my house, losing my car, but I'm still living in Nashville playing songs like I'm never leaving Nashville type thing. Like,
okay.
And in my head, like I'm living that, you know?
Yeah.
And this is the crazy part, right?
Okay.
That people don't tell you.
Yeah.
Like everybody else is like, oh yeah, I sing good, I'm moving to Nashville, you know?
Yeah.
Well, people don't tell you, bro, you get there and there's so much talent around you.
Really?
Which makes you grow. It does help you and it does make you grow. You hang out with successful people, you become successful. That type of thing.
Yeah, sure.
But it can also overwhelm you. You're like,
You realize you're not in their league.
Exactly. You start questioning yourself,
legit.
and you're
I'm
like,
kind of thinking I'm legit, but I'm not. Not saying you're not, but
you just at the end of the day, bro, you got to do it because you love it.
Okay, let me ask you this theoretical question. I know we're shooting shit on a podcast.
Yeah.
But real shit, if this were to happen, I'm Morgan Wallen manager. I give you a ring. Joe, fucking Donnie Berger was supposed to open for us. He's got COVID. We need you to play 5 songs, open up for Morgan Wallen, Mercedes-Benz tonight. 60,000 people sold out. All we need is 5 songs. We'll pay you $10,000. Could you go tomorrow night and do that 5 songs?
No.
You would say no? You're a pussy, bro. You better say yes.
I'll be like, give me a year.
A year, bro. No. Listen, fucker. It's now or never, buddy. And you're gonna say no? I think you're full of shit. I think you'd say yes. You could do 5 songs, bro.
Yeah,
you could do 5
I would
songs,
do it.
Which I know you've never played in front of 60,000 people.
No,
but
that'd be different.
how crazy would that be? If you say you were a country music singer, like legit, like Morgan Wallen level, where is somewhere you would like look forward to playing? Like what city? Like where would you really want to have a big show at?
Oh, dude. Red Rocks.
In Colorado?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Red Rocks.
Is that a country kind of thing?
It's like a concert venue.
No, I know exactly what it is, but I'm saying
Beautiful.
like, it's like a country music
They
player.
have country music there,
They
yeah.
do? Oh shit,
Mhm.
okay.
And first and foremost, all day long, the Grand Ole Opry. That's like
Where's that?
that's in Nashville. So
Oh,
that's like
Is that like a big place or no?
well, when you play country
Wait, isn't that a fucking hotel?
no, the Opry Land is a hotel.
Okay.
So it's kind of the same organization.
Okay.
But a long time ago, crazy enough, the preacher that started this church, I want to say he was from Cartersville. It's crazy.
Wow.
Or he was like in a whatever. I think it was from Cartersville.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to correct me on that. But
Welcome.
the Ryman Auditorium downtown Nashville, it's like a church. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
No.
It's called the Ryman Auditorium, and that was a church.
Yeah.
Right. Well, they ended up like I guess that turned into a music hall. Well, it became a staple. Like
Okay.
you didn't make it until you played the Grand Ole Opry.
Okay.
So you go to the Grand Ole Opry, and there's like this piece of wood, dude. It's this big. They call it the circle.
Yeah.
It's this big piece of wood,
Dude.
It's the most. I mean, I've got to stand in it, and it's like one of the most humbling feelings. Never played the Grand Ole Opry, but I've stood on this, and it's like the reason it's humbling. So this piece of wood was cut out of the original
church.
The original, cut out of the original Opry stage. It's this big circle, and dude, Johnny Cash, Elvis have stood on this. Waylon, all your like
A-list
hero A-list artists, have stood on that wood.
Yeah.
So that's like that was the place
that you wanted to play.
Yeah. So I think that's any country artist, dude. I think if they could play the Opry, that's like
big time. Yeah,
dude. So Dalton Dover is from you've heard Don and talk about him. He's from over here, like Aragon, Georgia. That whole Rockmart area, all over there.
Yeah.
And dude, he got to play the Opry.
Did he?
So that's just so cool.
Is he clouded like that? Like how did he Oh, he is.
So he popped up on TikTok.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
TikTok, dude. He popped off on TikTok. Next thing you know, he had a record label, and then next thing you know, you play the Opry, and then next thing you know, you're on tour, and it just all starts to flow. Yeah.
So, like, let's just say, like, I've been to Nashville a few times, like, mainly to go watch the Predators play. But I've been there drinking, like, once or twice. And, you know, any bar you go in, it's like a country music bar, which is cool. That's the vibes there. And you have some, like, randoms. I don't know who the hell they are. They're playing, you know, like, their band or whatever. How much do those people get paid to do that? Do you know?
Oh, dude. It's awful.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, like, the big ones? Like, what's the big one? Luke Bryan has a huge... What's, like, the main... Or Kid Rock bar, the one with the big levels.
So I used to play... I played Luke Bryan's bar a couple times. I used to play Crazy Town a few times. Mellow Mushroom. I think I played. There was a bunch we played down there. You make $75 for 4 hours.
Oh God! But you're getting like exposure, right?
You get tips, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that's why I think that's why they do that. And another reason they do that. There's so many other people that will do it. Why do I have to pay you $200 if I can pay this guy over here $75 and he'll do it? You know.
Be
real.
They
get by.
Be real with me. Playing in any of these places, have you ever had a bad experience? They'd be like, "Get this asshole off the stage.
No,
he sucks." Boo!
I really haven't.
Never.
I really never have, dude.
Okay.
Never have. That was some of the fun, like some of the best times of my life.
Really?
Yeah, dude. So fun.
How do you pick out like what you wear? Like, are you like thinking about this shit, or you just pull up like that? Like,
oh yeah, just pull it like this.
Really? So it's just like cash, like, you know, like you're not like really pumped about it.
You just go up there, play 4 hours of acoustic, and make some tips, and you get some drunk bachelorettes that come in and play Brett Young in case you didn't know.
Oh shit! So you're playing other people's music, so you're not playing.
Oh yeah,
Joe
no,
Webb.
it's straight covers.
Oh
yeah, straight 4 hours of covers. So yeah, dude. So they just throw $100 bill in the tip jar.
No
Next thing you
shit.
know, by the end of the 4 hours, dude, you've made that was one night, bro. I made $500 in tips.
Wow. Just you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I used to split it with my buddy Hunter, we would play like a duo down there.
Yeah.
I would play a song, he would play a song. We would go back and forth. And
Okay.
and it was just cool because like when you grow up playing music, you always see Nashville as the pinnacle. Like you don't make it till you live in Nashville. And when you're up there on these rooftops playing, and
It's probably cool.
all you're doing is playing these little, and it's nothing. Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't mean you're anything.
Yeah.
But to see the city and, like, know that, like, you're chasing that dream,
Yeah.
it's just dope, man.
No, I feel you.
It's a cool feeling.
I never growing up, like I never was into music. Like
Yeah.
I'm not even like not even the songs, but like I never raised my hand like I want to learn how to play a musical instrument. Like I don't know how to play guitar. I don't know how to do any of that shit. Never cared for it. But the one thing I can't relate to you on this though is one of my good friends growing up. He is all about music, and he's still trying to do it. But he's a DJ, not full time. Obviously, he's got a real job and shit. But he DJ'd down at this like club in Atlanta when we were young, like 20 years old. And bro, we pull up, like I'm with him, like I'm not his security, but like, you know, I show up with him early. There's no one at the bar, help him set up. And I'm just like, I'm behind the booth with him. Bro, there's like, I don't know, maybe like 1,500 people there. That's a lot of fucking people.
Oh my God.
It's a deep, imagine maybe a little less than that. I don't know. A lot of shitload of people to where you can't even fucking walk in this place. Like,
Yeah.
it's packed out. He's DJing, bro. Dude, lit ass time, like awesome time. Hundreds of people hammered, having a great time. It was a really cool feeling being up there and like he's doing the whole vibe, you know, like doing his DJ shit, and like it was really cool. And that's like the closest thing I could say I've been to on being on stage, I guess. But it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a super cool feeling.
Yeah,
It really, when
like
you're
people are there, not like I mean, guess listening to you for sure, but like they're there, like kind of looking at you, like
yeah, that's the cool, like when I would play somewhere and then there was like people that made it a point to come see me.
yeah,
That's cool to me because they could be doing anything else.
yeah.
And they chose you.
Yeah.
They chose for you to get.
Well, they
their
chose the
time.
place to get hammered, but they enjoyed you.
Right.
Yeah. But
It was cool.
yeah, that is something, you know, it's special for sure.
It was a good time in life, man. It was playing music, and still this day, music is still my first love. It
Yeah.
always will be. Like,
Should pick it back up, man. You should. Just write some shit.
you know, I listened to, so you heard me jamming this guy the other day at work. Stephen Wilson.
Is this the guy that does the dog food or whatever?
Yeah, Stephen Wilson Jr. Yeah,
Gotcha.
dude. I run into this dude's music the other day, and oh my God,
Yeah.
dude, it just blew me away. And I told Megan, I was like, go back to Guitar Center when you're in town, grab me some guitar strings. I'm gonna put some back on the old Gibson. Kind of inspired a little bit. I was like,
You should.
you
man.
start to like,
I know you're
you start-
busy and shit, but bro, you should just try when
I
you're
know,
hanging out,
man.
dude. Just write some shit down. Because at this day and age, it's hard and like rude and dickish for me to say it's easy, but like, dude, all you need is one song to just get a little
Yeah.
pop, and it
Yeah.
gets you big reward.
well, dude, the guy that was over here, TJ Cochran, on the last episode, dude,
Yeah, he's on tour and shit. He said,
yeah, he popped off on TikTok and
yeah.
has
You know what's-
millions of streams.
You know what's funny? You're gonna know this guy's name. I don't know him. What's that guy's name? It's like a redheaded dude that like fucking popped, bro. He's like, fuck the government, fuck record labels. What's that dude's name?
Oh
you
yeah,
know what I'm talking about?
Oliver Anthony.
What happened to that guy, bro? He's a nobody now.
Yeah,
He fell off hard, bro. He's a fucking idiot. He should have took the money, bro. He fell off like a rock in the ocean, bro.
oh, because he was like screw the industry
He's like,
type thing.
yeah, like I'm
Yeah.
gonna be my own. I drive a '98 Suburban.
Yeah.
I live in fucking Kentucky.
You can do it, but you got to do it right.
Dude, he's a half an idiot. He should have took the free money and
Yeah,
just
dude.
did what they said. Because now, like, dude, I'll never forget. Like, people were all over his ass, bro. Like, people at work were hyping him up. I see this shit all over Instagram, any social media outlet. Year and a half later, bro,
Yeah,
I couldn't even tell you where he is, what he does, nothing. It's crazy how that happens too.
So
'cause
you got to once that happens,
you gotta capitalize.
you got to
bro.
ride that ride, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the fucked up thing about music, right? It's like you see all these people do it, right? And they're like, okay, I'm trying to think of someone like, I guess him is a good example. Bro, he went to the fucking moon quick and then went down back to earth even
Mhm.
quicker. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
I don't know what he's doing though.
it's hard to keep that level of like aura, you know, like Morgan Wallen, bro, he's just hit after hit. So he's clouded forever,
Locked
you know,
in.
like nothing will ever money, fame, all that. He's locked in. But if you're that one hit wonder, that's a real thing, bro. Like you play one good song and then you just fall off.
Oh, 100%.
Like it happens with rappers really bad. Like,
Hell yeah, it does.
Dude, there's no such thing as a like long-lived rapper except like Drake, I guess, or like maybe Jay-Z, but he's a fucking bum.
There were some songs in the 2000s, dude, early 2000s that I remember that came out and were bangers, dude. These are country songs, but they were just like,
well, country is a little bit different. Like if you could produce like I'd say 2 good country albums, you're locked in for life.
Well, no, they would release like one song, it would go to radio. Boop, that was it. They like
really?
next song never caught on.
See, it's like I grew up
call those one hit wonders.
Yeah, not listening to country per se, but I actually just went to my first country concert like last year.
Who was it?
It was George Strait.
Oh, dude.
See, but like this is what I'm gonna say about it. That dude's like OG country, you know, like back in the fucking day.
Yeah.
Dude, he sold out Mercedes-Benz Stadium 2 nights in a row. Like, that's how loyal country fans are. Like, let's think of a rapper. Like, give me a rapper that was popping 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I can't even think of one. Fuck, dude.
That's true.
Give me a rapper. Give me a rapper that maybe you listened to as a kid.
Lil Wayne.
Okay, that's bad. I mean, honestly, I'll use Lil Wayne. Dude, Lil Wayne couldn't fucking dream of selling Mercedes-Benz out 2 nights in a row in this day and age. No way in hell.
Yeah.
If the like all the tickets below the lower or above the lower level were $1 maybe, but like anybody like
You think Post Malone could?
Oh my god, yeah, dude, he's actually going on tour with Jelly Roll. I might be going to his concert in May in Atlanta. Yeah, Jelly Roll and Post Malone. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I love, dude. Again, I'm not a music guy.
What do you think about his country stuff though?
I haven't listened to it.
Really? You need to, man. It's cool.
Dude,
it's cool.
I don't know why, Joe. That's just how I am, bro. Like, I'm not that guy like, oh shit, so-and-so dropped. I gotta go listen to it. Like, I'm the guy that lets everyone else tell me, like, this shit's fire, this shit's ass.
Yeah.
You know? That's kind of my per se, right? But crazy enough, so Post Malone, he had his like break in it when I was in high school. I was like 10th grade. He came out that song White Iverson, you know, like back before he was like a country guy, whatever. Bro, that song when it came out was top shit. Like that was on repeat like forever and ever and ever.
I'm pretty sure it came out on like SoundCloud.
It did. And what's crazy is he never even wanted to release it. Like he thought it was bad.
Yeah.
Releases it, uber famous, whatever. So like, dude, everyone in my school's listening to this shit at the parties. Like we're having a good ass time, like White Iverson, like drinking, whatever. So then he announces his tour, and I had never really been to a concert before. Like never. Like I don't give a shit about music. But this person I was hanging around at this time, they were like, hey, we need to go to this shit. I'm like, okay. So I get some tickets, right? And I go to it, not even with these people that told me about it, with my friend Marco. Bring my friend Marco. We go at the amphitheater, Lakewood. You know Lakewood Amphitheater?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, this Post Malone concert, amazing, dude. Amazing. Had the time of my life. Bro, great performer. Legit. Actually sounds like, you know the rapper 21 Savage?
Yeah.
You know, like the song Red Ups?
Yeah.
Well, he opened for Post Malone. Horrible, dude. Dog shit. Awful. Like, dude, everyone in the crowd's like, this is ass. Like, he's fucking horrible, bro. Like, it doesn't sound like he doesn't have like what's the shit called that makes you sound better? The auto tune.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't have it. So it's like his regular, like, yeah, murder gang shit. You know, like, it sounds terrible, right? Then Post comes out. Oh my God. It's like an angel's voice, bro. Lived up to the hype. Tons of people, tons of chicks. It was a fucking time. So from that time on, I say next time Post Malone comes through, I'm going. And I haven't seen him since, but I heard he's coming to Atlanta May 17th. I'm probably fucking. And I love Jelly.
Do you?
Not really, but I love the song. I only talk to God when I need a favor. I'm like, bro, I fucking feel that. That is me. That is so relatable. So since then, I liked it. And I've watched like the clips on his life and shit. How he was like a fucking crack dealer and a rapper and shit.
It's a cool story.
And he was like broke, and that he married that hooker. Like she changed his life or whatever. Like that's pretty cool, right?
It is neat.
And he's just got a cool name. But yeah, no, I mean, music's cool. But I would like to see you get back in the music, man. I really think it'd be cool.
Maybe one day.
I think you got it in you, bro. Happen. I think you're just like in a part where you're like it's past you. You know, you're like
I think
something you used to do.
Yeah.
Like I grew up playing ice hockey, right? I was talking about this last night. I haven't put on skates in man, like 6 years. Like I haven't even thought about it because I did bang up my knee like 5 years ago. But I was saying last night, like I would love to get back on the skates and join like a men's league hockey league, like late night games. I think that'd be fucking sweet, dude. But I just think sometimes like shit's past me, bro. I don't need. What am I doing that for? You know?
Yeah.
That's how I kind of feel. But
Straight up.
it is what it is.
Well, man, I appreciate you coming on, hanging out with me.
Okay, this is the outro. Here, let's knock out a couple questions.
Oh,
real
you
got
got some
yeah,
questions
let's
for
rapid
me?
questions. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's wrap before we wrap up.
And we're gonna do a couple more of these too. We got a lot of nonsense
All
to
right,
talk
dude.
about.
All right, so these are some for the clips. You know,
All right, let's
or
go,
whatever.
boy.
All right. 5 years of house arrest or 1 year in a maximum security prison. So you can't leave your fucking house for 5 years, or would you rather do 1 year in prison?
House arrest.
5 years house arrest. I'm going prison. If you had to eat one food forever, what would it be? Like you're eating this shit breakfast, lunch, and dinner, snacks, only thing for the rest of your life. What is
Hibachi.
it? Hibachi. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably do some kind of pasta. I love pasta. Okay, no, not that one. What would you say a lot of money per year to make is for a man? And no judge.
100,000.
100,000 is a lot.
Yeah.
So okay.
I mean,
I'd agree. 100%.
I mean, it is a lot. It used to be like you were a millionaire if you made 100,000, but now it's getting a little.
Okay. How many chickens do you think it would take to kill an elephant?
God, dude, that would have to be like 1,000 chickens.
1,000?
Yeah.
Fuck no, bro.
I say 1,000.
50,000. I'm going 50.
Oh, really?
1,000 chickens ain't gonna do nothing to a 10,000-pound elephant.
That's true.
50,000 might fuck him up a little bit. Take out his feet first.
You got to start in his like eyeballs and start
Yeah.
like digging in its brain.
It's pretty crazy. Okay, how many third graders do you think you could take in a fist fight?
Bring it, dog.
Like how many? I think I could take like 50 at a time.
Yeah, I could take 50.
You think so?
Yeah, I could grab like 10 at a time and throw them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, probably not, but I'd try.
Could you fucking imagine, bro? Like just, you'd get tired.
It reminds me of Step Brothers. Like,
yeah.
lick the white dog shit.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Now this last question. This is a little bit last question. We'll get the fuck out of here. So you started this podcast.
Yeah.
This is the 6th episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've told you.
I think it's 6.
Okay, 6. Hopefully it's 7 because, like I've told you, on and on, 88% of podcasts don't make it past the 7th episode.
Yeah.
So you're approaching the 7th episode. What is your goal for this podcast?
My goal, man, is well, first and foremost, I love talking to people.
Me too. I'm a professional shit shooter.
Yeah, I love it. I've caught myself like watching more podcasts than I do TV now.
Yeah.
More than movies.
I got you.
And I just enjoy it. And
Yeah.
I would like to make something that other people that feel that same way want to watch. Right?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And dude, bro, you hit just 1,000 subscribers is dope, you know?
For sure.
Just say you hit 1,000.
Okay.
It ain't about the money. I could care. No,
He's
when
lying.
it comes to that stuff, I'm like, bro, that's so far fetched that like
It's not though.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it isn't. I don't know.
Not, bro. What is it? You need 500 subscribers, I think, to apply for the creator program.
Oh, is it?
I think it's 100 or 500, one of the two.
I want to get one of those like badass YouTube plaques.
Funny enough, bro, one of my best friends, he used to date a YouTuber. She has a 100K plaque.
Really?
Yeah. She was making a little money off it, but I don't know what the fuck she's up to now. She like married some rich guy and she doesn't do the YouTube shit anymore.
Yeah.
But well, shit, man. I appreciate you having me on. Mic'd Up with Joe Ebb, episode 6. His favorite guest, Connor Dillon.
Let's count it. Hold on.
You got your pilot buddy,
boom,
the fucking redneck guy,
boom,
TJ, that guy's dad, and the fucking funeral guy. That's 5, so I'm 6.
You think so?
Yeah. Am I wrong? You got pilot.
Okay.
Then you got the fucking guy that makes hats.
Okay.
Then you got the funeral guy.
Okay.
Then you got the Ozark guy.
Okay.
Then you got TJ. Then you got Red.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always right. Bro.
Dude, you are smart.
Yeah, thank you. But like I said, thank you guys once again for listening. Like, subscribe, give my boy a follow on all his platforms. I appreciate you having me on today, bro. I had a lot of fun.
Appreciate that outro, man.
I'll be back on this pod before you guys know it. Don't worry.
Dude, thank you, man. It means the world.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna see you tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you're off tomorrow.
I'm off tomorrow.
Damn.
But I'll see you Tuesday morning. We'll go get us a Jack's biscuit.
Hey, will you?
Thank you, buddy.
All right, man.